Twitter, YouTube. We killing them. Don't matter. Only place you can come and debate. Ain't gotta be worried about getting kicked out. And go one-on-one, mano-a-mano, with the great one. Oh yeah. Be ready for it. Levels to this. Anybody that wanna come get it, you can come get it. We welcome all debate. Crawford lovers, Haney lovers, Gervonta Davis lovers, Canelo lovers. Doesn't matter. We welcome it. Live streams every 4. Discord, come get it. Y'all boys ain't ready. AM Sports Media, where legends are born. So are y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's get the show started. Acknowledge us, bruh. Acknowledge us. We told y'all boys, levels to this. AM Sports Media, acknowledge us. #1 boxing podcast out there. Ain't no one doing it better. Debating, film study, documentaries, we do it all. Name another channel that can do that. Acknowledge us. Levels to this. Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. He is Jason, the chosen one, and I am Greg, a legend in my own mind. Baby. Anyway, man, what's going on with y'all, man? If you are fresh into the channel, make sure you smash the like button so everybody can find the content. Let's go ahead and give support to the people that support us. Jay, Rock Dog Interactive. If you need anything relative to website design, logo design, reach out to Rock Dog Interactive. And then the Dodge Vodka, www.thedodgevodka.com. African American owned vodka company out of Jacksonville, Florida, and my personal friend, who I'm incredibly proud of for starting a vodka company. Man, humble beginnings. All right, Jay. I'm probably going to start. I'm probably going to kick us off. It's probably going to lead into. It's probably going to start off where I kind of ended on the Saturday afternoon rant. Shout out to Greg Hackett that joined us on Saturday. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see all things in the building. John Measy in the building. The Keggies in the building. Skills from New Orleans in the building. D-Town Funk is in the building. Tay, I see you, big dog. And that's all the people that I see so far that have at least commented. But man, let me start off with this. So I did a video this weekend, Jay. I want to say that when I did the video, I believe I said I excluded you from the situation, right? Because, you know, sometimes people think that my takes are your takes and your takes are my takes. And, you know, I did a video on Devin Haney And I did a video, and it was really tied to the whole situation where he did an interview here recently. Brandon House is in the building. Shout out to Brandon House. He did an interview with Andre Ward, and that was the catalyst for the video. However, I wasn't necessarily arguing anything in the video. But it's, of course, when you start talking about content, you kind of tie it into specific things so that you can talk about certain aspects of things that you want to talk about, Jay. And I saw some people, I'm not going to even mention their names, but there are people that, like, my whole thing, Jay, has always been, if you're going to argue a point, just argue the point, right? Like, if you have a point that you want to make your point. But don't sit up here and try to project a level of intelligence that doesn't exist over there for you. And I saw a number of people over there talking about I was making a straw man argument, Jay. People don't even really know what a straw man argument is, Jay. A straw man argument is when you take someone else's argument and you distort it, and then you argue against the distorted version to make yourself look good. That's what a straw man argument is. And there were several gentlemen in the comment section talking about straw man arguments. And if you look at the video, I start off the video by saying, I have been saying for several months that the reason why Devin Haney lost was because he couldn't get out of the way of a left hook. And that there was well, I'll go into that at some point. So when I react to the video and Devin is speaking, the only thing I mentioned about what Devin was saying was the fact that he mentioned that if it's on a ban list for a reason, and because it's on a ban list, that means that automatically you got benefit from the drug, and that's not really reality. Substances make it to a ban list just based on the belief or perhaps the potential that it could lead to performance enhancing abilities, that it could give you an edge, but it's not necessarily facts that it does. And I cited clinical trials relative to Ostarine as the reason why I said that it didn't give Ryan Garcia any real advantage. And I also cited the fact that he had been tested up until the fight, and he only popped positive during the week of the fight. So I am not I'm not distorting Devin Haney's argument. I'm just speaking to the facts that bolster my argument. So the use of the term straw man argument is incorrect. Yet, because they've heard that definition somewhere, they thought that it was applicable here. Then the gentleman moved on to talking about anecdotal arguments or anecdotal analysis, if you will, Jay. Anecdotal means that it is something that is like your personal belief based off of your belief of what you're interpreting, so forth and so on. If I am citing case studies or clinical trials related to the substance of Ostarine, if I am using video clips that I have put together that shows that Devin Haney is susceptible to a left hook, then I'm basing it all off facts and research. Anecdotal means that you're not basing it off any of those things. It's just your personal belief. So again, using information wrong is a part of the problem, right? Intelligence is not just being able to spit out the definition. It's also being able to apply it. That's why when you take your SAT, Jay, did you take the SAT or did you take the, what was the other one? Huh? ACT. Which one you took?
SAT.
I took the SAT. Remember the analogies? It wasn't enough to simply know the definition. You actually had to understand the definition and how to apply it, because you had to relate it to a different word. Just knowing the definition do not make you bright if you cannot apply it. So please stay out of the comment section trying to use big words. Hey, this dude used reflective, what was the word he used? Reflective contrarianism is what he used. He doesn't even know what a contrarian is. A contrarian is someone who is taking a different position when there is a prevailing thought. But this whole situation necessarily isn't a prevailing thought, right? It's kind of 50-50 when you look at people that believe it had an impact or it didn't have an impact. So using contrarianism or being a contrarian, I'm not in this situation when there's a large contingent of people that believe that it had no impact. So it's like we got to stop trying to. We got to start trying to be smart when we not. Just stop using all these big words that you went up and you've looked up the definition of them. Now you're trying to apply them because you're trying to apply them against someone that actually knows what they mean and how to apply them. Stop it. All right, man. I'm sorry. I just went on a rant. It's just like I'm tired of this kind of stuff.
Get the rant off on you. I knew you had to get the rant off.
I'm just tired of it. People trying to act like they are like, come on, reflective contrarianism. Man, do you even know what that means? Stop it. Anyway, man, let's go.
Regarding Devin, my problem with that whole Andre Ward interview was the fact that he really didn't take accountability for anything on his part. He really didn't. That was my issue with Devin. And I saw some of the video that you posted because I was in Tampa watching my Canes kick ass and everything, get another dub. Yeah, I said it. Y'all got a dub, so be happy. But Dev didn't take any accountability for anything. No one was asking necessarily he had to get rid of his dad or anything like that. But dude, every interview before the fight, you said all Ryan had was a left hook. He was a one-trick pony. And you got hit with that left hook every doggone round. That had nothing to do with the Austrian. That had everything to do with you being susceptible to a left hook. You showed in Linares' fight that he was getting popped that left hook left and right.
Yep. I put together a clip showing that he kept getting hit with the left hook.
And Linares is not the one. He's not Ryan Garcia. That same left hook that Ryan Garcia landed on Dev, he tried to land on Tank. Tank ducked it, countered it, and caught him with his own counter. So it's on you, Dev. It makes me think that Dev is not going to learn from this fight his shortcomings with him not being deficient with blocking the left hook. And in his next fight, if he fights someone with a left hook, he's going to get cracked with that over and over again. Over and over again.
Look at Too Rich. Look at Too Rich, Mr. I Respect the Belts. Look at what he just said. Man, comprehension, people, comprehension. I did not at any point, say that it's okay to use an illegal substance. That is the reason why Ryan Garcia is suspended. There's a difference between using it and it actually being effective. If you use it with the intent to cheat, you should be kicked out. But using it with the intent to cheat doesn't mean that you actually gain the result. Specifically, when you only used it for a week. And we know that PEDs, relative to speed and power, you need to train on them. Like, damn. Like, this is what I was talking about yesterday. There's a lot of people that follow boxing that are not very bright. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be mean, but they're not. They're really not.
They're in their feelings because this might be about their favorite fight or anything like that. But I mean, the fact that Andre Ward was like, he even pressed Devin in that interview slightly. He's like, hey, I think he used Austrian because he was a little heavy.
Correct.
And what was in his system was not indicative of him cycling on and cycling off of this. The fact of the matter is, Devin Haney gets hits with a left hook. That's the problem with him. Ryan cheated. He's suspended. Perfect. Get his ass up out of the boxing. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with Devin not taking any accountability of what he could have done to avoid that. I'm pissed because he created this snowball of Ryan Garcia doing all this bullshit on his Twitters and all that stuff there afterward because he was emboldened because he basically, before we found out he cheated, he kicked Devin's ass. And I wanted Devin to stop Ryan so Ryan could just be out of boxing. I wanted Devin to end that.
You were saying that the entire time leading up to the fight. You can't stand Ryan Garcia. That's what people don't even understand.
I can't stand him. But people make it seem like we're backing him. I'm like, no. From a boxing standpoint, Devin was hit with the same punch over and over again and never recovered from the first round. He said he wasn't even really hurt. He said it was more like shocked. No, dude, you got rocked. And then you got rocked over and over again with the same punch. You caused all this, Devin. I'm mad at you because you caused all this shit from a dude that didn't train. The dude didn't train. And you even talked about it in pre-fight. You say he ain't trained. He's out having sex with girls. He's out drinking. He's doing this. He was out in condition. He showed in that fight where Ryan gassed. Ryan was gassing in that fight. And you allowed this dude to hit you with the same punch, man. So Dev, take accountability for your part.
He did not. He fought a bad fight, and it's so interesting, man, because even Greg Hackett came on and was like, "Damn, man, when you broke it down like that, man, I get where you're coming from now. It makes sense to me what you're saying. I don't get why people cannot process that we're not condoning what Ryan Garcia did. Clearly, it was in his system for him to get an advantage. The advantage that I believe he was trying to get was to cut weight. Whether he put it in his system, whether he ingested it or not, at the end of the day, he is responsible for what goes into his body, period. End of story. So he should have been suspended. We said that right from the beginning. We've always said that. But there is a difference between that and getting some type of advantage physically, talking about power and speed, because that's what people are trying to allude to. He did not get an advantage from a power perspective. He did not get an advantage from a speed perspective. You have to actually train on PEDs for them to have that level of performance. Well, there's some that if you put it in your system, it gives you additional red blood cells, and that allows you to have greater conditioning. But we saw Ryan Garcia in the fight. He did not have greater conditioning. And it's like, because I am actually pointing to the science, I'm actually delineating between the narratives and the science. I'm actually talking about the fact that Ostarine has failed clinical trials on multiple occasions, and that people in the weight training community would tell you that if you're trying to cheat, you absolutely wouldn't go to Ostarine. You wouldn't. Ostarine is not what you would use to try to cheat to get a speed and power advantage. All of this information is out there, yet people are upset because we are highlighting and illuminating the fact that this information exists. And I don't understand that. You can't get mad at me. The logic is here. You want me to come, and here's the other thing that's really pissing me off. If I see another mother in the comment section talking about black brothers, and it's a damn shame that you're trying to be the black brother. Man, what are you talking? All these men that we talk about are black. And I am not owed, or I do not owe anyone anything just because they're black. I have supported Devin Haney on a number of different occasions, including the Lomachenko fight. Am I lying, Jay?
Yeah.
I said I like the way his daddy moving him. I like all these different things, but I'm pointing out this aspect of it.
Bro,
and all of a sudden we hate him.
Bullets from us supporting and saying that Devin beat Loma. We want a few people out there saying that Devin beat Loma.
We took bullets, and guess what? We're not one of the channels that's getting paid by Bill Haney. Yeah, I said it. So all of this stuff that's out there, like, we got to get rid of the BS, man. If you disagree with what we're saying, I'm okay with that. If you believe that ingesting performance enhancing drugs, all you got to do is ingest it, and all of a sudden it's like Popeye spinach. You take a can of spinach, Jay, and all of a sudden, all of that. No, that's not how it works. I mean, Jay has taken so many performance enhancing drugs since I've known him. He knows how it works. He played football. He played football. He was Jason. One year I saw Jason playing football, and I swear he was a scrub. The next year he was all county. All county.
Hey, the drugs had nothing to do with my ability to read defenses, man. Had nothing to do about that. You know.
Well, I'll say this, Jay. I'm not going to talk about your career. I'm not going to talk about your football career, but as a trainer, I know for a fact you have injected many of people in the ass with performance enhancing drugs, getting them to the point that they want to be.
They didn't do that shit. None of that.
What?
No.
Oh, so it was in the arm? It was in the arm?
Now, Greg, don't put that on me because you went to Mexico to try to find your stuff. For your
well, they got all kind of drugs in Mexico. I could have shot up everything I wanted to, and I'm talking about you can buy it right from the pharmacy. It was wow.
Notice he knows y'all. He knows y'all because he was there for that. He was there. That's why he was in Mexico. He was in Mexico for the Mexican beef along with the injectables and all that shit there. So
Man, let me shout.
another fight for free.
Let me shout out my boy Mr. Vegas because that's my guy right there. That's my guy, and I know he disagrees with me when I say this, and that's why I want to point him out. No, Greg, it's not that, but it's cheating for a reason, and we can't differentiate between cheating when it comes to boxing. Hey, listen, I said that he is cheating. He tried to cheat, but just because he tried to cheat doesn't mean it was effective. Just like I could have tried to dunk, that doesn't mean that I actually made the dunk, right? I could have tried to punch somebody in the face and miss. You can try whatever you want to try. We're talking about you're focused on the trying, and you're saying that the trying automatically means that the result happened. And I'm telling you, the trying doesn't necessarily mean that the result happened. And the trying in this particular case was more so tied to cutting weight, not performance, not getting an edge in terms of punching power or speed. That's all we're talking about here. That's all we're talking about. Jay, am I lying? Am I lying?
Not lying about that, lying about the drugs and shit like that, injectables. Me and my clients back in the day when I was a personal trainer, so stop that shit.
No, that's 100%.
I'm putting that bullshit ass narrative out there, man.
No, 100%.
That's that shit out there.
100%. It's all you. All right. Brody just hit us with $4.99. I think it's a fact that Ryan is a known racist. So let's address this very quickly, Jay, because I've seen a lot of people in the comment section talking about Teofimo Lopez. They've talked about Ryan Garcia. And they've wanted us to speak on the comments that they made that were perceived to be racist. Ryan Garcia's comments were racist. Teofimo's comments, I think, were just coming from an idiot that didn't know how to use the proper analogy. My opinion could be wrong.
Well, with Teo, this ain't the first time he said some bullshit like that, and his dad has been
okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. My thing is, you guys know what our positions are. If you look at the screen, we're both African Americans. So clearly we don't condone anyone using racial slurs. And you've heard us on this channel saying if you use a racial slur or you use an epithet or whatever you want to use, you're out of here. You're out of here. We don't condone that. We don't rock like that. Period. Right? But at the end of the day, I don't like to talk about stuff like that. I'm not Martin Luther Gregg. I'm not going to come on here and talk about all this racial divide and all that other stuff. It's not me. It's not who I am, right? I could articulate myself in a way where I'm quite sure it would resonate with people, but I just don't do that. And I stay out of the personal stuff. I keep it strictly boxing. I always have. We always have. And if you look at certain situations that have occurred, Devin's situation in California at the when he was whatever it was he was doing and he got caught up. No. The fairground is a different one. Remember, he got caught up in a situation out there as well. The Charlos, Tank, who else has had a situation? Bomac. We have never, the only time we address any of that stuff, I addressed Bomac coming home. I said, shout out to Bomac coming home. Yeah. Connor Bean. We didn't address any of that stuff because it's personal. It doesn't have anything to do with the sport. Now, if someone had a car accident or something like that is going to affect them in the ring, we talk about it. But we just don't talk about stuff like that. Now, if you guys want that, if you want to hear about in every video about different ethnic backgrounds and how they all act in boxing and all this other stuff, go to Dante's Boxing Nation. That's what he likes to talk about. I don't. And I hope you guys can respect that.
Yeah, it's not something I don't like talking about either, but clearly we're very strong opinionated about that shit and other aspect. And we tell y'all, I don't agree. Greg just said most of the time, I don't mess with Ryan. Outside of boxing, I don't mess around. I was happy he was suspended. He could be suspended for the rest of his career. I could give two shits about him. Same thing with Teo. I've also said I wanted Bud to take a fight with Teo and Ryan just to put both of them in the dirt and end them. That's why I'm more mad at Devin for not handling business with Ryan, because he could have ended Ryan's shit from a boxing perspective. Then it'll be less likely to do so much on Twitter. But he gave Ryan power by getting his ass kicked like he did because he couldn't keep his damn hand up.
So let me comment. Yeah, no, you're right about that. Brody hit us with the $4.99. I get it. I'm just making that be known. Some people feel slighted and don't want Ryan to get credit. That's fair. That's fair, and I can understand that. I think that's a fair argument. I want to address Too Rich, Mr. I respect. He said, "You are just going to diss black fighters not named Tank." Well, what about Errol? What about who else? What about we've given love to Keyshawn? What about Abdullah Mason? Like, what are we talking about?
I mean, Boots.
We love Boots. Brian Norman Jr. Like, there's a lot of African American fighters that we support, and we don't. It's not that we don't support Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney. I like Devin. I don't have a problem with Devin, and I like the way his dad moves, because whether you like Bill Haney or not, at the end of the day, that puts eyeballs on people. And I've told you guys on many occasions, any press is good press. When you guys are in the comment section dissing us, it's great. When you're in the comment section saying that we are great, that's great too. It's all good. So none of that shit bothers me. So we've supported a number of different African American fighters. Tank is one that we particularly enjoy. I've never claimed that I'm a reporter and that I have no biases. I've never claimed that. We've said on multiple occasions that Shakur Stevenson is a terrific fighter. Have we not? Have we not said?
Did I not go off on Top Rank for not giving Shakur the fight with Loma and how he was getting fucked over with getting the rankings? By Loma still being number one when Loma lost? Have I not gone off on that shit several times?
Yep. We defended Devin Haney against Shakur Stevenson, saying, why do you have all this negative energy for Devin Haney and not for Lomachenko? Remember that? Like, I keep trying to tell people, our positions aren't binary. They're not binary. We support Jamel and Jamal Charlo. And we cooked Mel after the Canelo fight. Cooked him.
Me especially.
Stop with the BS, man. Stop with the BS, man. Stop with all the fake narratives, dude. Stop with the fake narratives. Man, you ready to move to the next topic? We already 35 minutes in, man. And but hold on, before we move to the next one. We got 77 people in the building. We only got 28 likes. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. It is football season. And boxing is slow. So we need y'all to smash that like button, guys. The like button helps people find content when it's very slow like this. When people finish up their football, they'll come right over here and find the Angry Man podcast. I need you guys to smash the like button. And I need y'all to get it up to 7. I don't want to pull a blue blood, man. Come on, man.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Come on, man. Support the channel, support the grind.
Come on, guys. Smash the like button so people can find us, man. The blue blood stops his whole show until he gets up to the number of likes.
Need y'all to get the likes up, man. Come on, man.
Smash
support the channel, support the grind.
If you in the building, you haven't hit the like button yet, smash the like button, dog. Come on. We got Big Brody just hit us with the biggest super chat we've ever had. $19.99. Oh my God, brother. Appreciate you just for being the best boxing channel on YouTube. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Jason, I know you appreciate that as well.
Yeah. Big time.
I'm glad some people get our vision, man, and that you're not going to always agree with us, man. You're not going to always agree with us, but come in here, man, and talk your talk. Talk your talk just like we talk our talk. All right, Jay. Where do we want to go? Oh man, we gotta go to the fight last. Like, so Jason,
I'm gonna let you take the lead on the fight. I saw highlights. Big Supreme had me rolling, talking about your boy AJ got destroyed with the I destroyed.
Hey, yo, dude.
I just saw the highlights. I know.
All right, Jay. So I did my Saturday afternoon rant. Usually I try to do it on Friday, but this Friday, I had been traveling the last 2 weeks, as you know. And so I didn't feel like doing it. I just wanted to relax with my kids and my wife on this past Friday. So as a part of, I think it was Detroit, BC was in the building, and we both said, man, we hope Daniel Dubois beats him. So Jay, I'm in there watching it. Fight starts off. Do. They try to exchange shots. They miss. Anthony Joshua backs up, and boy, Daniel Dubois threw a looping right hand, Jay, and when he hit him, boo, he fell, crumbled. I hadn't called you yet. I said, oh, he down, but I knew that it was close to the round ending. I want to see what he came back. The second time he went down, which I believe was in the second round, right in the second round, Jay, I start hitting you up. I'm calling you. You ain't answering the phone. I'm messaging you. You ain't answering. He goes down again. I done hit you again. Jay, this motherfucker getting his ass whooped. Hey, and then that last one. So when he got knocked down. They should have called it a knockdown. They didn't. And then they went into the fifth round. And then when he caught Dubois, because when they were going into the fifth round, I said, man, they just screwed Dubois because he got caught. He went down. Then they said they were stopping it. Then they stopped it. Then they said no, he wasn't. They didn't stop it. And I'm like, man, what the? So I'm like, they're screwing Dubois. And I felt that Dubois was eventually going to get tired because he was throwing a lot of hard shots. Right? AJ rocked him, bruh. I was like, damn, there we go. I knew it. I knew eventually this was going to happen. Because I felt like AJ was trying to wind up and throw that big right hand coming out of either clinches or getting dropped and hoping that he would catch him. And boom, he caught him, right? And when he caught him, I was like, oh, this is the end. And then he came and threw it again, boom. But then, Dubois actually threw a right with him. And then that next time, he came up and AJ tried to throw an uppercut. It looked like, and Dubois just came with a straight right. Night. Woo! Boy, Jay, I didn't even wait for them to finish the count. I left from out of my room right there and came right into this room and started typing up and doing the thumbnail for the video. Amazing results. I was so happy to see it happen. I am not necessarily, I don't have a problem against Anthony Joshua, but one thing that I've noticed about Joshua, and I just did a short on it too. I call it Anthony Joshua latest to starring when keeping it real goes wrong. Lately, he's been talking big time, man. Talking like he's like this straight up G, man. And I'm like, come on, brother. Like, you talking, don't disrespect me. He did that with somebody else too, man. Who was the other dude he did it with?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, like I don't remember. But what bothered me with AJ, man, after the fight, he did a post-fight interview. Without being questioned. Eddie said like he's not answering no questions. Now, tell me this: had he won? Had he been the one that knocked out Dubois? Would he have answered questions then? I guarantee he would. So I ain't like that move by him not doing that, and the fact that he stuck his tongue out in that same round that he got knocked out, face down, ass up. He stuck his tongue out like he was okay, like he was gonna win the fight. And the next, like within like 15 seconds, he's out. So I don't know if AJ's done after this, but I mean he's a hell of a draw over there. I mean he's the big cheese over there. So I'm quite sure he said he's gonna keep fighting. He's a warrior and all this stuff there, but AJ's not taking accountability for anything. His coach did a great job taking accountability, talking about what he needed to do, the rookie mistakes he was making, and he fought his first boxing fight out there and still almost won the fight. But AJ needs to do this with Ty himself. He needs to do this. His coach can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But the highlights was bad for AJ, seeing him like that. I was like, damn. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Hey, Big Supreme, I ain't like the fact that AJ came out there and didn't take the questions. I ain't like that part. Because I felt like if he had won, he'd have been taking questions. He'd have been doing everything. Yeah. I'm not saying he gave Daniel Dubois his respect, but he just didn't take the questions. And he was just like da da da, and then left like that. I was just like, man, he was in his feelings on that. after getting dropped like that. So either I felt like he should have just said, I'm just not going to do an interview or come ahead at all, or just do it, or do the whole thing. You know, my boy EJ took an ass whipping. He came out there, no sunglasses, no nothing, just had a hat on, answered questions and everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So much people want to talk shit about EJ. EJ handled his business, came out there and did it.
Man, let me share my screen.
Film to that. So
this the short that I did right here. I'm gonna play it for everybody.
You're watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
I'm just ready to fight.
Let's go. Let's go. If he wants to swing up, let's go now.
Hey, Sharp, relax. Relax. Daniel, don't disrespect me. You can't put this straight.
But you can't see it, can you? Hold up. It opened it up in a different. Let me unshare because I think it opened it up in a different one.
But nah, big Samir, I feel you on that, on AJ, as far as like overall being a class act. That's the part I didn't like about him on that. I didn't like that on, but we'll see.
Man,
I mean, honestly right now, I don't. People talking about, well, maybe now that since he's lost, he can fight Wilder. I'm not interested in that fight no more.
Yeah.
You're watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
I'm just ready to fight.
Let's go. Let's go. If he wants to swing up, let's go now.
Hey, Sharp, relax. Relax. Daniel, don't disrespect me. You can't put this straight up in your face. Don't disrespect me. Hear me? Nah, don't disrespect me on my life, my boy.
It's a step in with a big.
I thought he was gonna knock his ass through the ropes.
Touch the ground. The referee didn't do anything about it. It's down again.
I take my hat off to him and say, well done, Tim and his team.
You're wa-
Oh man, that's some of the great work that we're doing here on AM Sports Media, man. I just want to share that.
One thing I want to quickly say, Greg, about someone talking about, well, why did Tank put Ryan on a rehydration clause and all this stuff here in drug tests? Like, well, Tank is going to do drug tests no matter who he's fighting. Number one, the rehydration clause was because Ryan didn't want to go down 135. If he'd gone down 135, it wouldn't have been a rehydration clause. That was why.
Man,
So I mean, what this guy, I'm not sure what that has to do with other stuff, but that's what it looks like he was talking about. Looks like it was too rich, Mr. I respect the belts. He said something saying that you won't answer that question. Why did Tank?
What question is he talking about?
I think I saw it earlier
I just missed it. It's not that I'm not answering it, man. I don't see every comment in the comment section, so sometimes I miss them. Trust me, I don't. If you want to make sure that I see your question, you can super chat us, and I'll see it. But because that actually gives us a color notification pops up. But like if you just chatting, man, I might miss it, dog. Sorry.
And not only that, Devin Haney kind of alluded to after the fight in that interview with Andre Ward. If you watched it, he kind of alluded to how him and his dad were doing the business and the dealings and how they messed up. Eddie Hearn talking about they should have had a rehydration clause. Devin Haney and Bill Haney missed that when they were doing the business deal. So that's on them. That's what that is. So, but man, but that fight last night, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's the sad thing about it for heavyweights, we don't got one American heavyweight that I can think of right now that's can really knock on a door trying to get a belt from anybody.
Not Big Baby? Oh, that's right. He got put in the dirt by Bacoli. My bad.
Pick your point. Hey, Hannibal, tell me this, man. You say real warriors don't do rehydration clauses. Real warriors also don't shrink themselves down 3 or 4 weight classes. They fight and they walk around.
What about Shakur? Shakur started talking about rehydration after he saw what Ryan did to Devin. Oh man, we gotta do a rehydration. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Jay, what are the topics? Man, we already at 47 minutes.
God damn.
Damn, that was like quick. So let's do this, man. Let's go ahead and I'm trying to think on how we want to do this. Because we got a few more topics, but because I know people gonna want to jump in here, man. And what is this? AM Sports Media, Michael Benson status. What is Michael Benson saying? I don't know what Michael Benson is saying.
Big Supreme said that talking about AJ.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and
Hannibal. If you wanna fight your opponent at his best, then if I fight at 135 and you normally weigh 170 and you rehydrate to 160, but you drop yourself down and shrink down to my weight class, what's the point of me? We're not fighting on an even playing field. You shouldn't be draining yourself 20, 30 pounds to fight me.
We talked about that yesterday on the actual the rant that I did, and I specifically said, like, I feel like they should kind of go back to what it was in the old days, where you had people where you had to weigh in the day of the card, right? Because you got guys that are shrinking themselves down. Devin Haney probably walks around at 170. You got a guy that's shrinking himself down 30 pounds and then coming in on fight night 25 pounds heavier. Come on, guys. Like, if you're a true warrior, you're not trying to figure out ways to fight at weight classes where you have a natural weight advantage. Like, the opposite argument can be made. If you're that good, you're Devin Haney, you walking in on fight night weighing 165, man, you shouldn't be rehydrating no more than 10 to 15 pounds. So technically you should be at 154, but you're fighting 2 weight classes below. Is that being a real warrior? Come on, man. Let's keep it real, bro.
Exactly. I mean, the same people that are saying, Spence was a weight bully, but Spence fought in the IBF where he had to keep within 10 pounds the next day. So just stop it, man. Keep it real, y'all. Big Supreme, yeah, they saying Tank walk around 180. I guess they didn't see before Tank even started training camp for Frank Martin. He was right around his weight, the fight around weight at 135. I think it was like 138 or something.
Exactly. Hold on here real quick, Jay. I'm just sending you some right here, man. I know this don't have anything to do with boxing, but you know me. You know how I am. So
plus for me, it's not healthy for either fighter. If you're dropping 30 pounds to shrink your ass down to have an advantage, that's not healthy for you neither. That's why Devin was looking like a damn skeleton at the weigh-ins.
Yep, I mean, that's 100%. That's 100% facts, man. That's 100% facts. All right, so
fighters in other combat sports, damn near passing out trying to make the weight because they're trying to shrink their ass down. They have a competitive advantage over another fighter.
Yo, so we got 70 people in the building, but only 40 likes. Guys, we got to get the likes up, man, so people can find the content. I tell you, it's a slow period right now, and it's harder to find boxing content on YouTube when you got so many things going on. So we need you to smash.
Need y'all get the likes up, man. Come on, man. Support the channel, support the grind.
Come on, man. Let's do this. Hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Come on, hit the like button. It's free. If you're new to the channel, this is the Angry Man Podcast, M Sports Media. We're always dropping boxing-related content, so make sure you check us out. Become a subscriber, but don't become a subscriber if you subscribing because you just like what we say. You know what I'm saying? Become a subscriber because it's a platform that you get the opportunity to say what you want to say, because we're not going to always say what you like. Sometimes it's going to be completely different than what you are thinking, but you always get the opportunity to come in here and argue your point. That's why you become a subscriber to this channel, not because you just like what we say. All right, Jay. So ain't nobody joined the link yet, so let's just keep going down.
So now looking in the chat, Greg, they talking about Tank. They talking about Tank. Talking about now he wants to bring up fight Roach. Roach is a champion at 130.
Same people had no issue with Cordina.
Bruh, no issue with Cordina, who's coming off a loss.
Same people. No issue with Cordina. Tank is held to a higher standard than anyone else.
Yeah, and then Tank has tried other fights. He had Loma. Y'all okay with Loma ducking out, huh? Y'all okay with that? That. Roach is at 130, Big Herm. He's a champion at 130.
I don't understand it.
Fighting Roach.
I truly don't get it. But there go my girl. I gotta get my girl in here. 2-6 boxing is in the building.
What happened?
What's going on with
What's going on?
Chilling.
I'm just curious. All these people talking all this in the chat. Ain't there one of them hit the link? What's up?
They talk a lot, man. They don't be really wanting that smoke, man. They don't be really wanting that smoke. That schmizik.
You know, things get lost in the chat when you going back and forth. So just go and hit the link. Too Rich.
Come on in, brother. I don't even know what Too Rich talking crazy, man. Too Rich talking crazy.
Too Rich is all over the place.
Yeah, I haven't read everything he said, but you know, fans get emotional, man, and you know, everything that I do is very logical and rational. I don't bring a whole lot of my emotions into a conversation. So, you know, I hear these folks open the mic because my camera keeps denying. Yo, you don't need your okay. You saying that the camera isn't working when you try to go into the link? Okay, I'll open it up in a second. Man, a lot of folks they get way too emotional about this, and some people, I'm gonna tell you 2 cents, and I know you've experienced this yourself. Some people are like, they're emotionally tied to these fighters in a way where it's like the fighter's success is their success. And to me, man, honestly, I just find that to be kind of like pathetic. And I'm not I'm not trying to be an ass or anything like that, but it's like, you know, you from Houston, I would believe that you probably support the Charlos, you probably support Errol Spence, it's hometown, it's home cooking, and you get it, right? But like, I don't think like your daily life is, and your happiness is contingent upon whether or not either of those individuals win a fight, right? It's like, they're your fighters.
No, of course not.
Exactly. You want them to win. If they don't win, if someone has a level of criticism for it, you don't get personal. Like, it's not personal for you. It's not personal for me. I'm not personally invested in a fighter. And it's so strange to me when people are, to the extent that they're willing to come on to a platform and insult you, call you all kind of names about fighters. It's weird.
That's because they don't have any actual points to argue. So
But
they just resort to the name calling.
I think that's a part of it. I think that when people resort to name calling, I think it's a lack of intelligence. I think when people resort to using big words, what was that? Uncle Ruckus said, when you confront the nigga, he will start to use big words that he don't know what they mean. That's a lot of these cats, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, reflexive contrarianism. You don't even know how to apply it. So why are you using it? But anyway, I digress. The phone line is open for anybody that wants to call in. Have y'all noticed that Jerry Soriano no longer calls in? I cooked him to death in the Discord. Cooked his ass to sleep.
I don't know. I think I wasn't in the Discord yet. I don't know what you did to Jerry.
Man, I cooked his ass to death. And he just was like, I can't take no more of this. This is too much. I thought that I was smart, but in reality, compared to you, Greg, I am not. I'm a jerk, and I know I am. So, Jay, we do got a few more topics that we can address while we wait for individuals to either call in or.
Oh, let's talk about the numbers, man.
Let's talk about the numbers, man. Let's talk about it.
Talk about the numbers. Let's talk about the numbers.
Okay, we got 4-7. Oh,
I think it's crazy that people in the chat saying Tank fight for money when Shakur Stevenson just literally admitted that he only fights for money. He went to Eddie Hearn. He took the Cordina fight. He didn't care who it was when he seen the money. He literally just said that. And people keep saying they want to see Tank fight the best at 135. Well, who was the best at 135? When you ask that, they say, well, Shakur. Well, Shakur ran into the Eddie Hearn protection program, and we don't know how or when that fight is going to be made now.
Facts. 470, you in the building. You must be in Atlanta. What's going on?
Man, too rich, man. Mr. I respect the belt.
Man, hold on, too rich. So you telling me you live in Atlanta then?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Man, I'm in Atlanta. I'm disgusted with you now. I am disgusted. Man, what part of the A you in, bruh?
Hey, I'm in Buckhead now. I'm from Decatur.
Okay, I'm in Johns Creek.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
What's going on, man? What you talking about? I'm not answering.
All right, let me see. Let me see where we're gonna start. This is my stance on it.
Yeah.
Is okay. Tank was the first one to accuse Ryan of being on PD or maybe being on PD. Okay, so they were well aware of this. So they took the proper stipulations to prevent anything. Put him on a weight clause, put him on Olympic style drug testing. And people that support Tank or fans of Tank, they say, well, Tank's team was smart. This is my point. If you're gonna give me all these reasons, Devin should have overcame these things. Why was Tank team smart for putting Ryan on all these stipulations? And we're asking Devin to overcome what Tank team was smart about. That they didn't allow Ryan to have any of those lanes to do any of that. Devin Haney gave him the lanes, and Ryan took advantage of it.
Okay.
So I don't blame Devin. I don't think Devin should take any accountability for it. Now, what he do in his personal time, and when he reflect on the fight, that's for him. But in the public eye, he should not take any, because do not let Ryan take that out. Let Ryan wear that jacket. Let Ryan wear that jacket. He cheated. Let him prove that he can do something without being on PED. But for Devin, like I say, the example I use with this, and I'm going to stop right here. The example I use is if a woman is beaten, she getting beaten by a man. In her own personal time, she can say, well, I knew I should have lost. Well, I knew I shouldn't have said this back. But you cannot let the woman come out there and take any responsibility for that man beating on her. You got to let that man wear that jacket. So all I'm saying is, if Devin Haney do something wrong, yeah, that's for him and his team. But that's not for him to come into the public eye. Y'all not giving him a break now. If he come out and admit that he did some things wrong, then it's going to be like, see, Ryan didn't do nothing. See, it was Devin. He admitted it himself. So no, don't give y'all that. He should not give y'all that. Fix it in his own mind. But I'm saying he should not make that public. Let Ryan wear that jacket. Let Ryan prove that he could come back and not be on drugs and do what he did.
So let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah,
why didn't Haney's team take the same precautions that you just said Tank team took? That right there is something he should take accountability for off the rip.
Okay, that might be true, but Devin, whether we think he look like a skeleton or not, he's disciplined. I don't think he should not think the other guy is not going to be disciplined. If Ryan would have been disciplined, he would have been weaker.
But hold on, let me ask. But hold on. There's a couple of things. I'm not tracking with what you're saying. So, number one, Tank team didn't make the assumption that the guy was going to be disciplined. It's stupid if you have seen a guy that has been acting weird, that has been doing a number of different things, and then you saw another team make sure that they put him on specific stipulations in the event that he were to do something crazy, then why wouldn't you follow suit? That's dumb. Like, there is no, because I do this, I think everybody else does. No, if somebody else has shown you, hold up, let me finish. If someone else has shown you that they believe that this guy has a proclivity to cheat, then why would you not then follow suit? That's dumb on your part. That's number one. Number two, you're sitting up and you're talking about Tank, and we're saying that Devin needs to overcome something that Tank didn't have to overcome. Well, the thing about it was Tank did overcome exactly what Devin didn't overcome. That was keep getting hit by the same goddamn punch. That's been the argument for the longest. You're missing that point. He kept getting hit with the same goddamn punch. Tank overcame that. He didn't let him hit him with the same goddamn punch. Devin did. And what we're saying is that the PEDs did not affect that. That's all we're saying, brother.
Okay, well, let's say it like this. Let me explain it like this. Okay, who is it? Mark McGuire or Barry Bonds? Pick either one of those. They got popped with steroids. They hit all these home runs.
Yes.
The steroids help them hit the home run.
Yes.
Specific steroid they use, though.
Okay. Now, look. The steroids help them hit the home run, but did the steroids help them place the bat on the ball?
No.
Did it give them any? It did not help them place the bat on the ball. So the power that they got was when they hit the ball.
Okay.
So my point
You're
is,
only proving our point.
Ryan,
yeah, I feel the same way.
For Ryan's own point, he said I could not make 140. I would have been too depleted. He would have. That's from his mouth. He said,
okay.
Aha, I got the advantage now. How y'all going to absolve him of something that he's admitting to? He's admitting to a crime, and you still trying to turn around as if you should have did so. That's just like the woman getting beat. Hey, you should have left.
No.
That's stupid. Why did you stay?
No.
Why
did you stay?
Was it the same steroid?
No, you're
the same steroid.
Yeah, so you're missing a few key points here, man. Number one, Barry Bonds and whoever, Mark McGuire, you're talking about gentlemen who had been on a steroid cycle for probably years. You have to actually take steroids for multiple weeks, training on them for them to have a benefit. And Devin Haney admitted that he had been tested leading up to the fight and that Ryan Garcia never tested positive. He only tested positive the week of the fight and right after the fight, which means he only had it in his system for a week. You don't put steroid, and we know that fighters, they actually start to come down off of training the week of. They ain't doing no extensive training because you're going to burn yourself out. So at the end of the day, the steroids were not in this. Well, number one, the steroids were in the system, but they didn't have enough time to have any effect, even if they were steroids designed for bigger muscles and speed. But number two, Ostarine has not been proven to actually even be clinically effective. The efficacy has not been proven. Weightlifters, who are the vast majority of the people that will consume all of these products, they're like the test dummies. They're the ones who really know how these drugs work. They will tell you you would not use Ostarine to try to cheat, not to try to cheat to get mass or power. So those are the things that we have been arguing here. Now you're talking about the weight advantage in regards to Ryan Garcia. Okay, I understand that point. However, I'm using the argument that Devin Haney made, and even Andre Ward agreed with this. Devin Haney said he was a C-class fighter that didn't belong in the ring with him. C-class fighters, I don't give a fuck what they own. They can't beat no elite fighter. Devin said he was elite. So either you're telling me that Devin is not elite, which I will accept, or you're telling me that Devin was full of shit when he said he was a C-class fighter, which I will admit, which I will accept. Either one. But you can't make those statements and then get your ass beat and can't get out of the way of one freaking punch. That's the point that we're making.
Okay. Now, let me rip that up right quick for you. Because if you look up, I get what you're looking at clinical whatever, but any normal person, if you want to investigate any kind of drug that you do, just look it up, see what the symptoms is or whatever. Okay, so if I look up Ostarine, it's going to tell me that it helps you lose weight but retain your muscle. My point is, you want to say Ryan Garcia used it to help him lose weight. So he didn't have to keep taking it. So in that instance, the day before the fight, or whatever the case may be, it can help him lose weight, but it can't do the other thing that it say it do. Because it says you lose weight and retain muscle. How can you use it to lose weight without retaining the muscle?
And I'm telling you,
you can't pick one part and use one part.
I get what you're saying.
And discredit the other part.
No, I'm not discrediting it. I'm telling you that, number one, Ostarine is for that, and that we believe that they took it to do that. That's not what we're saying. We're saying 2 points. Number one, you said he was a C-class fighter. So whether he was trying to lose the weight and retain muscle or not, a C-class fighter should not beat an elite fighter. I don't care what he's on. I don't care how many. If he come in 4 pounds heavier than you, he's still, man, Floyd Mayweather used to beat guys that were A-class fighters because he was elite and they had 20 pounds on him. Canelo Alvarez, ring a bell? If you're an elite fighter, then that doesn't matter. That's the point that we're making. Number two, you're looking up Osterine. And that's great, my brother. I commend you for doing your research. But I would implore you to take it go a step deeper. Matter of fact, 2 or 3 steps deeper. Look up the clinical trials associated with Osterine. What you're reading is what they believe Osterine does. But what they have been able to prove Osterine does, they have not been able to prove that. That's just what they believe it can do. But when you actually put it in a scientific study and you have a benchmark that you're basing it off of, and you're trying to measure people that are on a placebo versus people that are on Osterine, they can't prove that it actually does what the definition says it does. Take it a step deeper. Understand more about it. Because right now you're understanding the surface level.
Okay, so let me ask you this. When Floyd went and fight Pacquiao because he wanted Pacquiao to have extensive blood tests, why didn't he just believe what y'all saying? He's an elite fighter and he should be able to beat him no matter what the blood test said. Why did Floyd not fight Pacquiao?
Pacquiao's another
A-class fighter. He should have just overcame it.
Yeah, Pacquiao is number one. Pacquiao was another elite fighter. And then Pacquiao was demonstrating a level of speed and power as he moved up weight to weight to weight that was not disseminating as he moved up in weight. That's completely different from a guy that has always shown a fast hook and has always shown a hard ass hook, as evident by the fact that Devin Haney admitted as a part of the interview. Those 2 different things, brother.
No, it ain't no 2 different things. Steroids is steroids, man. Y'all just kind of picking and choosing.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're delineating between the 2.
Let's move on. People.
It's not even a steroid though. You keep saying steroid. That's not what Osterine is. That's the first misunderstanding you're having.
Yep.
Okay. Well, because I ain't got much time. Let's move on to the next thing about saying the fight. Okay, you keep saying he should not. Every fighter, I'm pretty sure, can look back at a fight and see what they could do better. So that's every fight, win or lose. Okay, so if you say Devin Haney should have kept his hand, I would advise you to go back and look at the fight, and you will see that in actuality, Devin Haney had his hand up every time. Ryan just was landing in the right spot. He was just.
No, he did not have his hand up.
But this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. No. Devin Haney doesn't even, no matter what y'all say about Devin Haney, he doesn't even have a split decision on his resume. So no judge has ever thought that he did so bad that he didn't win on all 3 cards, right? So most fighters don't fix anything because in sports, winning covers up all. Winning covers up all your mistakes. So every fighter got mistakes. Now, if we look at Tank, right, it's been known in the boxing industry, whether you believe it or not, that Tank loses rounds, right? That's the perception anyway. That's the perception that he loses, he gives up rounds. And the question would be, if everybody knows that, I'm talking about boxers, trainers, I'm not even talking about YouTube fans, I'm just saying pretty much the boxing world kind of has that idea. If everybody knows that, why do Tank continue to lose rounds? It's because he's winning. Because he wins like he fights. So nobody's going to change. Nobody's going to change until they take an L. Now, if Tank was to lose on points, not get knocked out, but if he was to lose a fight on points, it's going to become so evident that he loses rounds anyway. So my point is to say, to kind of go retrofit, oh, he should have got out the way. I mean, he had no reason. He had to fight like he fought to become who he became. He wouldn't have realized anything wrong till after a loss. But nobody changes till they lose. That makes sense.
That's not true.
Let me respond to that. First of all, a lot of people seen the mistakes that Devin Haney was making even before the fight, which led a lot of people to believe that he's going to be susceptible to the left hook. Now, if we seen that as boxing fans, I'm sure him and his trainer seen that also. They just thought that Ryan Garcia was a C, quote unquote, C-class fighter, and that he would be able to get away with those mistakes. And I seen an interview with Kenny Ellis where he was saying, a lot of people are saying Tank is losing rounds, but he's not losing rounds. He's setting up and doing whatever it is that their game plan is. So it's not like Tank gonna lose a fight and he gonna be like, oh damn, I shouldn't have been losing rounds. No, they know exactly what they're doing. It's not arbitrarily happening because he can knock people out. That's not how it's happening. So you have Devin Haney, who has been fighting smart, where he have all the physical advantages to where he never had to correct those mistakes. But that doesn't mean that he didn't know they were there. He just thought that Ryan Garcia wasn't going to be able to capitalize off of him, and that was not the case. And to say that because he winning, he don't see the mistakes, I don't think that's true. Every boxer should go back and see what they can do better after a fight, win or lose.
Absolutely.
Okay,
That's
well,
dumb not to do.
That's how you get better.
I've done 2 videos on bouts and the flaws. You know what I hear from the bouts fans? Oh, that's because he's not fighting nobody. When he do get into a ring with somebody, then he'll correct all the mistakes. See, that's how you do for a fighter that you like. You see, when you like that fighter, you ignore the mistakes. Even though he show you the flaws, you'll say it's just because he fought this guy. It's just because he fought. But when he get in there with Terence Crawford, that's when he'll fix the mistakes. But for Devin Haney, it seems like y'all see all these flaws from a guy that never lost a split, had a split decision. You know, but nobody saw Errol Spence's flaws. When the whole boxing world saw the flaws. Everybody saw him launching.
That's not true.
He don't get his head off the line. He don't have quick feet. All the boxing world saw that.
No,
but none of the fans saw that.
No, that's not true. I was talking about Errol Spence's flaws.
Or did they see that? Now, let me tell
you when you watch fights, especially if you're a gambling person, you look at both fighters and you say, okay, well, this fighter does this fighter might be. I mean, I don't understand why you're saying that. You always see flaws in the fighters when you're looking at both fighters. That's the only way you're going to determine who you think is going to win the fight.
Yeah, okay, when you look at fighters, hold on, real quick too, Rich. When you look at fighters, you're always trying to figure out, like, because you always know fighters have flaws. And you look at what this fighter does well that maybe this fighter does not actually do so well or deal with well. And so that's how you determine who you believe is going to win the fight. So you see flaws and strengths, and you say which one strength is going to play into the other one's flaw more such that they'll end up winning the fight. When I looked at Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, and Jason, you can bear witness to this, I literally was upset by Ryan Garcia not training for the fight because I thought Ryan could beat Devin. Not because Ryan is amazing, but because he was going to be able to hit Devin from range. Devin is not good when somebody can hit him from range. I never thought he would be able to be good. Let's say that. And for the first time when he was in the ring with somebody that had the same kind of weight as him, because he's used to coming into the ring bigger than guys with a longer reach. Once I wanted to see what happened when he got into the ring with a guy that could hit him from range, that also had power, and we saw it. That's the reason why you're never going to see Devin go up and fight anybody at 47 unless you see all the guys at 47 that have any kind of pop move out, and there's a bunch of guys there with no punching power. Then he might move up. But they're going to keep his ass between 140 and 144. He's never going to fight full-fledged 147. How much you want to bet? Because they know his flaws.
I don't know. I don't know where he go from here. I'm just watching. But I'm gonna tell you that. I keep it real. My assessment of the Garcia versus Haney fight. I don't know if I came on your show and said it, but I know I think I probably went on Coach Malachi and I said, and you can find a recording where I said, look here, it's a janky fight. Devin should never be fighting no Ryan Garcia. Ryan's a clown. He should have been fighting Rolly Romero. But Devin is cherry picking. I said it's a bad style matchup. I said Ryan Garcia shoots the left hook from a bad posture, but allows him to generate so much power upward. I said Tank could duck up under it. I said Devin is going to be in range of the left hook. So my point is,
so you can see it.
Even though I hated it, but it played out like I said. But And I even did a congratulations. It's still up on my page. I congratulated Ryan Garcia after the win, whatever the case may be. But once I heard that he was on steroids, and then, of course, the weight thing, but once I heard he was on steroids, then it made sense to me because nobody picked Ryan to win that fight. No power puncher should beat a great boxer.
He's not a great boxer.
Great boxer.
He's not a great boxer. That's the point that we make it. He's not a great boxer.
Hey, look, what I'm saying, if we went to some trainers, and we look at footage of how they see the fighters, that's kind of like how I see the fight. Not as a fan, but I kind of listen to a lot of trainers and a lot of coaches talk. They held him in high regard. They say he had a good jab. They say he was pretty good. They also say Tank Lewis.
Pretty good is different from great. Pretty good is different from great.
A lot of people think that Shakur is going to fight Zepeda, but on Boxing Scene, which you can go look up, William Zepeda coach said they're really looking to fight Tank. And when asked why, he said because Tank give up rounds, but he can get the KO late, and we think we got a good chance. Because that's how they see Tank. If somebody who gives up rounds, they're going to give them an opportunity. Shakur does not give up rounds. He does not give rounds away.
He going to give up rounds against Tank?
Well, hey, we say that, but they'll never make that fight. And I've said that on this show. It's a bad style matchup. You do not put a puncher in the ring with an elite boxer. That's why you never have gotten these fights. It's about matchups. And Greg,
I think it's just a puncher.
Adrian Clark on your show. You had Adrian Clark on your show, and he told you the people that put these fights together are matchmakers. And this is the reason why I say they would never make the fight. They would never make that Shakur or Devin or T.O. fight with Tank because it's too risky.
Man, so too rich, Mister. I respect the belts, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you wrap up with plugging your channel because I'm looking at your channel right now. I see you got almost 9,500 subscribers, so I got to give you some love for that because that's not easy.
No, I don't have to. Thank you, man, for that. And I've been listening to you for a long time, man. Like I said, I even got a short on that, on y'all channel. But
yeah. I know. I remember.
It's not like y'all channel. I look to y'all to kind of get this kind of talk out because I don't have time to do the live, so I do a lot of shorts. So I probably got more of a casual following. But, I'm spreading the word. Just try to spread the word, whatever the case may be. But, yeah, it's been a grind.
I mean, it's all good, man. You still, at the end of the day, you still doing your thing, man. So I'm going to give you respect for that.
All right, man. I'll let y'all go, man. I got to get to work myself, man.
All right. Well, I'll catch up with you, man. I appreciate you for calling in.
I'll be listening in.
All right. Later. All right. So let me say this. Because I think here's where things are kind of going, in my opinion, a little bit wonky in what he's saying. I can tell you, and this is just from conversations that I've had with people, that Gervonta Davis' team would want Shakur Stevenson sooner rather than later. They don't want to wait for that fight. They want him sooner than later. So all this stuff about Tank, they would never make this fight. I'm telling you, that ain't right. I'm telling you it's not right. I'm telling you, that is factually incorrect. All right, Jay. Damn, where we at, man? We probably how much time? How long we been on here?
Hour 15.
Damn, boy, that time just flying by, yo. All right.
It's funny that the chat, I'm reading in the chat what people are saying about this. Well, Tank got to fight this guy. I'm like, Tank has been trying to fight these people this year. They cool with Loma ducking out. We know Teal's in litigation, so he ain't fight. He already said he might not even fight the rest of this year. And then Shakur, he doesn't have no hands, so he can't do nothing. And if he were to fight Devin, they'll say, well, and he whooped Devin. Well, Devin just came off that tough fight with Ryan. Ryan was cheating. So, I mean, who you want him to fight? They've been mad about he's talking about fighting Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is like the fourth or fifth opponent that he's trying to fight now. God damn.
Yeah, facts, man. You can't get yourself frustrated, Jay, man. You gotta let the people do what it is that they're gonna do. Don't let it frustrate
I think Shakur he gonna want to fight Tank, try to fight him on the back end of his career.
He
Who
better.
you talking about Shakur, Shakur's gonna want to
Yeah,
fight Tank.
I don't think we're gonna see that fight no time soon. One, you got Shakur with the surgeries and he has to recover from that. So what? That probably take him out of the 25, fighting him in 25, in my opinion. And I just think he's gonna try to fight Tank, towards the tail end of his career, towards the end of his deal, instead of trying to hurry up and rush and get in the ring with him.
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. But we got some other topics. Did we just get hit with another super chat or something?
We got a super chat from Skills from New Orleans, $10. Steroids didn't beat Dev. Overconfidence did. Power is neutralized if it does not land.
I agree. This guy preaching $2 from Band Up as well. And then we got another one. Band Up always be on that crazy stuff. Salute AM Podcast and Nickel Slick. Another $2. Appreciate your skills. That's what's up, man. Man, people starting to support the channel, man. I like that, man. We appreciate y'all. So we got 93 people in the building, and we only got 63 likes. So
Need y'all get the likes up, man. Come on, man. Support the channel, support the grind.
Come on, man.
Need y'all get the likes up, man. Come on, man. Support the channel, support the grind.
Y'all come on. Even Blue Blood support AM Sports Media, man. Even Blue Blood. Let's go, bro. All right, so we got a few different topics too, Jay, that I want us to discuss, and now that we have Tucson on, definitely want to get her thoughts on this as well. Hey, Tucson, did you see my message back to you on Discord?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah. You ain't never got to ask me nothing like that, man. I never. If you need to do that, do it.
I got you.
So, I see Gregory Quattlebaum's in the building. Jason, Greg, and Tucson, beautiful combination. I mean, man, we make it do what it do. You hear me? Jay, what's the other topics we got, bro?
Yeah, looks like there was one that's kind of funny to me. David Benavidez said wants revenge on Terence Crawford. He was gonna have interviews saying that he would take advantage. He would take a fight with Crawford at 168. He would even spar with Crawford to get revenge for his brother. But we know that ain't gonna ever happen. We know that it won't ever happen. But the fact that he said it, we mentioned this a long time ago when David was at 168 and he was the Mando for Canelo. We're like, if Crawford wants to come 168 and shake shit up, he can fight that David Benavidez, beat David, become Mando, and then put more pressure on Canelo. People, then that's when the whole thing came up. The measurables came up.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know when you can tell a fight, like a fan base, if you will, when they are concerned about a fighter? They start talking about stuff like, what has he done? They get angry with you. They start talking about specific goals of their favorite fighter instead of actually making the best fights. See, it's all about boxing and making the best fights until you start talking about their favorite fighter getting into a fight where he could possibly lose. You know that fighter's a threat. I've heard what does Bud get out of fighting David Benavidez? Are you kidding me? Like, David Benavidez for the last 3 years has been the boogeyman at 168. You want to prove that you can fight at 168? Go out there and beat the boogeyman. What's the issue? People get mad at me when I say that. They come for my head, but they hate my guts. Because I don't let them get off on all that bullshit that they try to put out there, all those bullshit narratives. Ain't nothing wrong with Bud going up there, but so Benavidez is unacceptable in terms of size. I've seen people talking what are you talking about? The size difference. But Canelo is already at 168. It's still gonna be a size difference. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm confused.
But these are the same people that say, "Oh, you saying Haney too big for Tank?" I mean, it's just a lot of contradictory stuff going on.
Makes no sense. So I want to see the fight. I would love to see Benavidez and Terence Crawford. Man, they tell me Terence Crawford is the GOAT. He's a generational talent. He's somebody that can
not doing everybody on the same night.
I would love to see Terence Crawford go to 160, take Laura belt, go fight Laura at 160, and go fight somebody. Go fight Canelo at 68. Just do something just out of
something.
character like that. Like, I would love for Crawford to do something like that.
Man, do something. Because at the end of the day, like Terence Crawford, and I told people this, and they got upset. And it's like, I don't get why people get so upset with me. I told him, I said, if Terence Crawford sells against Israel Madrimov, because they were telling me it was the best card in North American history. That's what they told me. So the best card in North American history should do like 1.4 million buys, right? I mean, come on. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia did 1.2, and that wasn't the best card in North American history. So you telling me the best card in North American history can't at least do that? You know how much I heard the best card in North American history did? 70,000 buys. 70,000 buys. My thing was, and I gave him a pass. I said, you know what? Like, so let's think about all the ways that they tried to help this dude sell. They were able to pull in other people's fighters, right? PBC fighters, top-ranked fighters, to make this ultimate card. So he had the benefit
from every promotional company.
From every promotional company he had fighters from. He had Eminem perform at the concert. And the motherfucker only sold 70,000 pay-per-views. And I'm telling them, I'm like, if he sells, I gave him a pass. I say, if he sells 300-400, I'll support the fight. I'll say, we got to make this fight. Got to make the fight. Terence Crawford is a draw. Make the fight. Even though he's getting all this help, I would have still conceded. He's a draw. Make the fight. Motherfucker did 70,000 buys.
They talking about King Art talking about tell David to come down. Tell David to come down to 154. He ain't been 154 since he was 8 years old. And he admitted to that shit. Come on, y'all. If he's gonna fight at 168, problem.
So you believe in bringing a fighter down and or draining a fighter when it's Terence Crawford, but if it's Gervonta Davis, it's a problem, King Art? Is that what I'm hearing?
Hey, Turkey was cool with that rumor. Turkey was saying he wanted David and Bud to fight at 160, knowing David can't make 160 neither.
Hey, Turkey was looking a little sick at the Anthony Joshua fight yesterday.
Oh, yeah, did we give Boxing Hacker some love? $5. Devin is a great boxer. He has great technique, works off the jab, understands distance and control. And before, one bad performance should not define a fighter. False.
He don't understand no distance and control. He been fighting smaller fighters.
That's exactly right. And this isn't a new assessment about Devin Haney. Devin, I've been felt like this. This isn't a one fight performance. I just thought it was a matter of time before this shit happened to him. Sorry. Anyway, what was I saying? I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on this? I mean, Toussaint, what's your thought? David Benavidez. You want to see it?
Yeah, I would love to see that fight.
What you think gonna happen though? You got Crawford?
I don't think Crawford will be able to pull it off. I just think I'm not too sure if he could beat too many people at 168, period. Because I honestly think he's capping out at 54. I think if he fights some of the top names in the 54 division, he will have a challenge fighting them. So going up to 68 and to make it seem like he can't fight anybody but Canelo in the division, saying he can only fight the best fighter in the division and he's too small to fight all the other ones, that really don't make no sense. You get them? Like, that don't make no sense. Go up there, beat Benavidez. You definitely will have the eyeballs on you. The whole boxing world will be behind you, and they definitely will want to see a Canelo fight then. It might actually do some decent numbers if you're able to pull something like that off.
Million buys. Million buys. If
you know what I'm saying? Go. That's daring to be great, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, you want to go up and fight Canelo, but you just can't skip the line and jump everybody else in the division and go fight Canelo. That you should be required to do something. Something.
And my issue with that is, I give you that pass. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, if he were going to beat David, it would definitely put so much heat on Canelo because that's the dude Canelo's been ducking.
Yep.
He fights David, beats David. everyone's gonna want to see that fight even more because he's handled himself at 168 and he beat the dude that the king of 168 ran away from and ducked. That's something that's a possibility. Now, we were saying this when David was mandatory so he could put the pressure on Canelo. That was the logic behind it. We're not trying to get Crawford beat, as some of y'all are trying to say. This is the way for him to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him beat. So when you think about this, though, Jay, I'm trying to get him beat. I love to see. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm trying to get him beat. I know he's gonna get put in the dirt regardless. But I just like again. If you are someone who has name recognition and value, meaning you can you sell pay-per-views, you get to skip the line. That's just how it works. And I have no issue with that. But if you're just some Rudy Poo dude that don't sell, okay, that's not fair to say. He's not Rudy Poo in the sense that he's a great fighter. But I'm talking about in terms of your drawing power, then who are you to skip 3 weight classes? If he was a weight class below, makes sense. But, man, if you ain't got Floyd drawing power, man, get up out of here. I'm not trying to hear all that. And you know what's so crazy to me? So these guys in the Discord, there are 2 things, man, since you've been in the Discord, these dudes, man, oh, my God, boy, they mouth be full every day, full of something. I ain't going to say what it's full of on here, but it sure enough be full. I see Band up in the building. Let me go ahead and pull Band up in. Oh, Gregory Quattlebaum, I had missed you. Oh, we got a few people in the building. My bad. Real quick before I switch over to y'all. They saw Caleb playing. They saw Terence Crawford doing this play slap boxing with Caleb playing. And they were like, see how Bud look against Caleb? Boy, he can fight at 68. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And then the other thing is, they just recently saw Bud out there in the UK. Literally, you couldn't see. The camera was really close up to Bud. So he had a few fans around him, and they talking about, see all the love Bud getting. He goes on a marathon run, and it's like 200 people out there. And they're talking, look, man, they love Bud in the UK. He should have been over there. It's like, guys, what are y'all talking about? If he really had this kind of love in the UK, he'd be selling. He doesn't have love like that. It's like these guys literally move themselves into a realm of just, I don't know, man. It's like the 5th dimension or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Gregory Quattlebaum, I'm going to start with you, fam. What's your thoughts?
Hey, first, I'm loving the combination of the 2 or 3 of y'all together. That's a wonderful crossover. You got 2 Cents, you, and Jason. Bravo. I hope
Appreciate
y'all do a lot of that more.
Appreciate it.
Bud fan, please stay the hell out of 168 because you're not beating Canelo, and I definitely see you getting hurt badly messing with David Benavidez. It doesn't. If you had, and I love Bud, y'all, everybody knows that, but everybody has a limit and everybody has a bridge that they just can't go across. And with these 2 guys right now, I don't believe for a second that Bud can beat them. And that's just how I feel about those 2 fights. If there was somebody else at 168 that I can think of, which I don't see right now, I might say, okay, you might do some things here. But those 2, I don't see it. And if I'm proven wrong, that's great too. I wasn't even thinking of Bud going to 160 until I saw, oh, Laura got a belt. I think he could beat Laura. And only because Laura's a smaller guy, Laura's not going to really hurt him. So they could do some things right there. But I don't know who else has a belt at 160 at the moment that I would say match him up with him. Bud needs to stay at 154, do something in that division. And finally, if Charlo is still going to fight at 154, finish there because you're already getting a little too old. And no matter how talented you are, age catches up with everybody. And it's not just the fighting, it's also the training that takes something from you as you get older too, because people don't realize you're breaking your body down and then building it back up, and you can't keep doing that for years and years and years
100%.
Without any problems. So that's
100%.
where I see Bud is. So the 168 is not Bud hate, it's not lack of confidence. I just don't see that he can do something with those 2, especially with David Benavidez.
All right, so
Yeah.
Let me go to Band Up real quick. Now Band Up's take is gonna sound like he's fresh off a coke binge, but let's hear it anyway.
What's going on, Band Up?
He on that Finny.
Hold up. My Uncle Greg already knows what's up with Band Up. You guys don't know. Me and Greg been at this for a while. Greg already knows.
I know.
Band Up be coming through. Uncle Greg already know why you and Jason over there with your yellow shirts looking all sunny side up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna need some of that Angry Man gear. You dig? I'm definitely going to purchase some of that Angry Man gear.
I feel you.
And then you guys got Nico Slick. Oh my God, Nico Slick out here. You know what I mean? Preaching. You know what I mean?
All-star panel.
You know what I mean? She sound cool. She ain't going too crazy today. You know.
Hold on. Who is Nickel? I'm sorry, real quick. Who is Nickel Slick? And shout out to LaJessica in the building. Is that a woman?
2 cents. That's they have that little thing going.
Yeah, that's what Band-Aid like to call me.
Okay, got you.
That's brother and sister love.
I got you.
You did. And you know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes when I say it. I think he could beat Melo. I do.
See, I told you, fresh off a coke binge.
He's a little man fighting at a big weight. He's not a great big man.
Dude,
and you guys know it. You can make that face all you want.
Canelo's not small. Canelo's not small. He's short, but he's not small.
And he's not tall either. Did you hear
Mike Tyson? So hold on. Band up. Let me ask you a question. Mike Tyson was not tall, 5'9", 5'10". Sugar Ray Leonard was also 5'9". If you were to move Sugar Ray up, who was fighting at 168, 175 to heavyweight, so that's 2 to 3 weight classes, who would you have picked back in their primes?
I don't know the history on them guys like that. I don't know.
Gregory Quattlebaum, anybody that knows Mike Tyson would have put Sugar Ray Leonard in the dirt.
Look. Oh, Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike? Oh, okay. Yeah. Because Sugar Ray was at a lower weight class, wasn't he?
Just like Terence Crawford, but Mike ain't tall.
Hold up, watch this. Okay, then. Great big man is always going to be the great little man. If we're really keeping it a stack and we're talking about weight, Tyson Fury came over hella overweight than Deontay Wilder, right? Okay, but they're considered in the same weight class when in reality, Tyson Fury had 30 pounds on this man. So no matter what Wilder did, he wasn't going to beat Fury.
Aren't you making our argument? Aren't you supporting our argument?
For his size, fighting that heavyweight division is not a big heavyweight. He's not a large heavyweight. Lennox Lewis is a big heavyweight. Is he not? Okay, then. So those are 2 different body sizes. What are we talking about? Yes, Wilder's a heavyweight. Yeah, but he only came at 224, 230, something like that was his biggest when he tried to get the biggest he got. And Fury was just 280, 260? Come on now, bro. So what I'm saying is Canelo, yes, he's at 168. Rightfully so. He done put some meat on him, but he's not tall as hell. He's not tall like Benavidez. He's not towering over Terence Crawford. So I don't think he's gonna beat. But I don't think
Mike Tyson.
Benavidez has a way better chance at beating Bud, and I definitely think Bud beats everybody at the current weight class he's at.
Man, Mike Tyson would not have towered over it. Mike Tyson would have looked Sugar Ray Leonard in the eye, and he would have knocked him out of the ring. Like, size is not just about height, brother.
What happened with Fury and
Wilder? Tyson was natural heavyweight.
Was height not a role in the play? How Fury was just leaning on this man, leaning over on him.
Fury is 6'9". Wilder is 6'7". They're comparable.
Is he taller than him? You just said it? Is he taller than him? Is he heavier than him? Is he leaning on him? Yeah.
So what?
He's standing over that man. He's looking over him.
But hold on.
If I can't do that's 5'10", I'm looking over him.
I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm saying that 2 inches isn't that big of a deal, and Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford height won't be that big of a deal, but Canelo's going to come in the ring at about 185, 190, and Bud walks around at 170. He's going to get put in the dirt.
But Tyson was a natural heavyweight. You know that, right? Canelo started at 147.
But y'all not taking into consideration.
But Tyson was a small heavyweight.
But look, y'all not taking into consideration what the weight gain is going to do to Crawford.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be as fast. He's not gonna be moving like y'all think he gonna be moving. It's going to have an effect on his fighting style in the ring. I don't know why y'all not taking that into consideration.
It depends how he trains, though. It's not. He's gonna get slower.
I just want to put you up on this. When Ray went to 175 that one time to fight Donnie Lalonde, Donnie Lalonde was beating the crap out of Ray.
He was. Yep.
Ray had great heart and pushed his way through the fight. That was the second time he pushed his way into a win. The first time was when he was losing against Tommy Hearns as well, but they were at the same weight, and of course Tommy was taller. Donnie Lalonde was taller, but he wasn't as good as Hearns. But Ray was catching some hell. Ray almost lost the fight because he got dropped in that fight. So when you think about Ray was great, but it was his heart that got that win.
But let me tell you something.
Not heavyweight again either.
Gregory Quattlebaum, and these kids don't know nothing about no Donnie Lalonde. They don't know nothing about that. You taking them back to like the 80s. They don't know nothing about that. This young band up, young all whipped behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac. He don't know nothing about that. Listen. And not only was Ray Leonard a great fighter, he struggled with a guy that was ordinary because of the size.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen until the fight happens, right? Look at Pacquiao went up so many weight classes, and he did well.
He ain't Pacquiao.
Some people may not, so it just depends.
Floyd, he's not Pacquiao. And Pacquiao capped out at 54. Like, Pacquiao wasn't going to fight nobody.
He capped out at 54, but came from 109, so...
Yeah, that's fine. And Crawford came from 135.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, that's what makes it intriguing. Like, let's see the fight.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
Why we want to just shoot it down the fight just because we think? I'm
shooting it down because I don't want. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want Terence Crawford to get paid because I hate his fans. I hate all of his fans. Like, his fans make me sick. Like, there's too many of his fans that come into the comments.
That's wild work, man.
No.
You said something about like, oh, your last performance or something is what you say about Devin Haney in his last performance and how he looked. I just want to know if you're gonna hold Arrow spin feet to the fire with that same notion. You know what I mean?
Man, we're not talking about Errol Spence. Hey, real quick, we got Slap Happy Daddy hit us with the 199. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick, brother. I got to give love to the people that support the channel. Slap Happy Gorilla Daddy P just gave us $1.99. AJ was too sleepy to answer questions. That's true. And then ASVP TV $4.99. There is no line. It's a lineup, and Canelo is the one picking. Hey, man, I ain't trying to hear what he talking about, man. He talking crazy.
Did y'all think AJ was going to get knocked out?
I was hoping he was going to get knocked out.
I thought AJ would. I thought it was a big chance AJ was going to lose that fight. But in the fight, before he got knocked out, I thought he was about to pull it off, to be honest with you, because the boys looked like he was fading a little bit.
Yeah,
I agree.
AJ reminds me
got
a long list.
Triple D got
British heavyweights who have very short shelf lives. I mean, I don't know. Most of the British heavyweights that got fame had it for a short period of time. And very soon, what happened to AJ has also happened to them in the same manner that somebody puts them down and you never hear about them anymore. I can see their faces, but I can't think of, other than David Hay, there was somebody else. There was two others. I just can't think of their names, but they have short shelf lives. I don't know whether there's a curse. I don't know whether they get a lot of success financially very soon. I don't know what it is, but he's just a long line that, I mean, do y'all ever really expect to see AJ back at top again?
Yeah, no, he's done.
No, it's a wrap.
I mean, we thought he was done with Ruiz. You never know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna keep it as that, bro. AJ, hey, look, my AJ's whole perception to me is he was dancing around Wilder for years, bro, and he ended up losing a few fights, and it ended up coming back a little bit. And once Wilder started showing that he wasn't gonna come back, AJ started talking a whole lot of crap. Started trying to offer the man the fight and all this other stuff. AJ, his perception, I don't know, his personality weird to me. I've never really been a fan of him. And then that Francis, Ngannou knockout, he really just let that shit go to his head.
Andy Ruiz really, to me, ruined AJ.
Yep.
That's where the slide started, right there. So it was up and down, and that was.
Who was he trying to get away from by fighting Ruiz? That boy Wally.
That's where. And one other thing, y'all had mentioned Pacquiao going up at 154. Do y'all remember how banged up he looked after the fight? They had to wrap his head up, and so when he fought Margarito.
Yep.
Who, Pacquiao or Margarito?
Huh? You don't remember the fight with Margarito?
I remember the fight Margarito. You talk about?
Yeah, you remember how banged up he was? How he got through that, I think, is one more reason why a lot of people would say that he was, on something, because there's no way he should have been able, in my opinion at least, survive that kind of beating where they had to wrap him up, where it looks like he had been hit by a truck. So that's something to consider too. It's great you went up to 154 to try something, but that wasn't the wisest fight ever.
I mean, he looked way better than Margarito did. He almost punched Margarito's eye out of his socket.
Yeah, I mean, he put some damage on, and that's another thing. Somebody coming from that small all the way up.
Yeah,
to what he did, and that always, unfortunately, I like Pacquiao, but
that's an asterisk. I agree. Yeah, reason to speculate that he was juicing. Definitely, especially with the Floyd fight and how he lost. He couldn't hold up his weight when Floyd made him start doing like random testing. That was really weird,
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, guys. Let me give love to Jay Miller, $4.99. Loma was dusting folk until he hit 35. Every great fighter has a ceiling. That's facts. Daniel Dubois went from quitter to killer. He has my respect. He got more respect from me. I don't know if I. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Question:
right,
what makes you guys think Bud slowed down?
Card, you're gonna see a lot of fights like that where you think people are gonna win and they're not, because I think Turkey got everybody fighting everybody now, and less matchmaking.
What makes you like Jason and Greg? What makes you guys think Bud's age is catching up to him?
I've never said that his age is catching up to him, but I mean, at 37 years old, he's not what he was when he was 27. I mean, that's clear. Yeah. Anybody, Band Up, how old are you? You in your 20s, right?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Yeah, see, a young punk, you ain't felt the effects of Canelo.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Hey, the day I took this picture with Boots, my birthday was the day before.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Band Up, I think age is about to catch up with Crawford. The fight at 150, the first fight at 154 showed some little kinks in the armor that has to do with coming up for a fourth time in weight, and that he's a little bit older. He hasn't lost his skills, but he showed that he was a little slower. He showed his punching power wasn't quite there yet. Now it may be there the next time he fights at 154, which is important to see him fight a better challenge at 154 to get a real assessment. I think he still can do some damage at 154 still, but age is, because he's 38, even though he hasn't fought a lot, because it's hard to make fights or what have you, age still keeps coming at you, whether you fighting or not. And if you're not fighting, then you're training or you're sitting around deteriorating. So if he's going to be 38 and probably by the next fight, then the next fight after that, he's going to be 39, close to 40. Age will just catch up with you. I don't care how many vitamins, push-ups, sit-ups, running you do. Nobody beats Father Time. And you'll see little signs of it as you move along. And that's what I saw with Crawford in the fight with Majimov. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I seen, from my criticism for Bud, I seen a little bit too much hesitancy. That's just my critique of him. Because even like the people in the crowd was like, "All right, next round he's about to turn up on them," and that never came.
It did come because it was a bigger fighter.
Tough fighter, though. When you really look at it,
another sign of age, though, Band Up, because a younger Crawford would have moved on Majimov much faster. But when you start to get older, you become hesitant. You become a little more safety first. regardless of who you're fighting. So those
Yeah,
are the
exactly.
little signs that you got to look for those things. It's psychological first.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
If
two things.
had hurt him really bad in that fight, you would have probably he would have probably had to show whether he's all there or not.
Yo, but
So my thing, so two things real quick. Number one, I agree 100% with what you're saying, Gregory Quattlebaum. And at the end of the day, I mean, he's only going to move in that way to take advantage of a physically compromised Errol Spence. We understand that. I do want to get Level Sports in real quick because I see you in the building. I haven't heard you yet. Level Sports, you there?
He's on mute.
He's on mute.
Let me see. I've unmuted him, right? Yeah, I have. Okay.
Yeah, you have.
It's gone now.
We don't hear you, brother, if you're talking. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm sorry. I interrupted y'all. Go ahead. I had to throw a little jab out there.
One thing about Madrimov that people neglect to see is that he's from the eye test, just look at him, he's a very talented fighter. So like, and his style itself looks like it's hard to, how can I say, when you look at Terence Crawford, right, he measures his fighters, you know, just sort of like Shakur does, but just in a more, I guess, aggressive way. And somebody Madrimov who's doing all those feints and changing his distance, you know, back and forth will be very hard to jump into. You know, I really think that Madrimov is going to be a big challenge at 154 for a lot of fighters. And because people think that Crawford lost a step because they can't see how good Madrimov really is, because he's like a sort of like a lesser name, but skill-wise, he looks like a very, very talented fighter.
Man, all of a sudden, Madrimov is one of the more talented fighters we've seen in the sport with 11 fights, like out of the blue.
And
listen,
and over 300 amateur fights.
Hey, amateurs might as well be a different sport, man. Like amateurs, come on, man. Let's stop. Look. Here's why I believe Terence Crawford was more hesitant. You had a bigger guy in the ring, and Terence Crawford, as I've said on multiple occasions, is a guy that kind of leans back and waits, to the point that you're making, Boxing Hacker. He is measuring his opponent. It becomes very challenging to measure your opponent when your opponent can hit your ass from the same range you can hit them. It becomes very difficult to measure. What he does is take a little step back, and then he counters what you're doing, because to get to him is challenging with those long arms. In the event that you can hit him from range, you're going to see a different Terence Crawford. He's going to have to do something different. And then you're going to see where he may be susceptible to like being countered himself. Actually, I know for a fact Terence Crawford is susceptible to being countered himself. He just never is put in a position where he has to be aggressive, where somebody can counter him, because he can always just lean back and measure you.
I agree with the beginning at the beginning of what you said. I don't agree with the conclusion.
Of course you don't.
I agree that Bud was definitely, like you said, leaning back or sitting back, but I think he was waiting for him to engage. I don't think it was because he was bigger or anything like that. I think Bud wants to see how he's gonna approach him, and doing that irky jerky style, not really going in. You're not giving him nothing to really read. So you not giving him nothing to read wasn't giving him the go ahead to just go ahead until it got to the end, like towards the end of the fight.
Let me ask you a question. If I can hit you from range, I'm also not giving you anything to read. If I can hit you with a jab from range, I'm not giving you anything to read.
Is that a question?
No, I'm that's a statement, because Terence Crawford sits back to wait to see what he can do, and usually his counters are so effective because he can counter you from a range that you can't hit him. I'm telling y'all, that's his huge advantage.
It's not just range. I think it's angles too. The angles.
Man, ain't no goddamn angles. Ain't no damn angles. He ain't turning shit. He don't turn shit. Ain't no angles. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Nope.
Terence Crawford is very talented. I don't know.
No, he is.
Yeah, he's
talented.
He's an all-around fighter, you know.
I think he's an all-around fighter. I think he's very talented. I think he's the best fighter in the sport. I think all three of those things are true. I think it's also true that he's had a built-in inherent advantage on most of his opponents when he goes into the ring with them, and that's his speed, athleticism, and range. I don't think he is. I don't think the IQ is what y'all think it is.
And you still chose it. That's amazing.
A 135-pounder became undisputed in 2 higher weight classes, and you say he had the advantage. Doesn't make any sense.
Hold on. Terence Crawford. Hold on. Terence Crawford was big as hell at 135. Did you see what? Shit, I'm losing his name right now. The Cuban.
Gamboa.
You see how small Gamboa, man? He was big. He was bigger than most people. And Terence Crawford, his range is still greater than most people he's in the ring with, even at 47.
Was it greater than EJ's?
Yes.
There's a long way, yeah.
How was it greater than EJ's?
This is why it's important for him to fight Charlo.
Wait. How is this? How is
it? Bed all of that. As soon as he beats Charlo,
he's gonna destroy him, Greg. Greg, you know that.
Huh?
You know he's gonna destroy Charlo.
All I'm saying, I don't. Like Canelo. Once
I don't.
Canelo, he beats Canelo. I think the words are done. You know.
He got to fight Charlo. And we'll put all that questions about him to bed. About what? About 154.
Terence
Castano
Crawford
got with him. If Castano got with Charlo like he did in that first fight, then But's putting him away, bro. Period.
Hey, real quick. Terence Crawford reach is 74 according to BoxRec.
Okay.
Errol Spence's reach
72.
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
I listen to Blue Blood too much. 72 inch.
72 inches. Okay.
Come on, boy.
So I'm telling you that Terence Crawford's range is longer than most 154 pounders. Like, that's been his huge advantage.
And so wait, what's Canelo's? What's his reach?
It don't matter what Canelo's reach is. He gonna slip and knock him into another stratosphere.
Man.
It's probably 68. 68.
Wait. If he can
Canelo's not that slow.
Let's see.
He's not that fast.
He's not that slow either.
He's Crawford?
Canelo.
Crawford was
70 and a half.
Okay then. So why are we saying that Bud can't fight Canelo if you're saying the reach is what matters?
Yo, right? Why are you guys not understanding like size and power? Like why is that so hard to comprehend? Like Mike, hold on. Let me show you another example. Real quick, boxing hack. Because this is where y'all fell in to understand this. Okay, Sugar Ray Leonard. His reach was 70 and a half. Now let's look at Mike Tyson's reach. No, I'm talking about Mike Tyson. Because I'm making a specific comment.
We get what you're trying to say, like you know what I mean?
71. So Mike's is 71. And they're 5'10. They both 5'10. So they are very close to each other. Mike would have destroyed him because of the size.
Natural heavyweight. Canelo started at welterweight. There's a big difference.
And what fucking weight class did Terence Crawford start at? Did he start at welterweight?
135.
Okay then. So he's naturally smaller.
You're not
goddamn
taking into consideration how young Canelo was boxing either.
Okay, what's the difference?
Canelo Alvarez is naturally bigger than Terence Crawford. Period.
Okay, check this out, guys. Check this out. Let's slow us down for a second, right?
Let's slow it down.
Crawford's main advantage was his reach, right? And Earl Spence is a natural welterweight. Crawford had the reach advantage, 2 inches reach advantage on Spence, and you said that was his advantage, right? So why is it no longer his advantage for somebody even bigger like Canelo? If reach was the advantage, is it
dude, hold on, guys. Guys, you're simplifying this argument too much. Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez are not the same fighters. They're not. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Because this is something that if you actually look up Canelo Alvarez, this is one of the things that people look for. Counter punching. Errol Spence does not counter punch like Canelo Alvarez.
Left hook to body, left hook to the head. Left hook.
You see that? Bam! Do you see that? Boom! Do you see that?
We didn't see
two different style fighters. Dog. Errol doesn't do that.
You didn't put it up.
All I'm saying is let's.
It wasn't up. Hold on. Let me bring it up. No. We gonna see this. Because I'm so sick of y'all talking about doggone Terence Crawford. They are not the same freaking fighter. Can you see it?
I'm seeing, yeah.
The body, left hook to body, left hook to the head.
Hit him again. Bam. Boom. God damn!
Evening.
Woo! Totally different fighter, dog. Totally different fighter. That's not EJ. That's not EJ. Did you just see that uppercut where he countered him? That's not EJ. Two different fighters, bro.
Okay, so why are you so worried? If
I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I don't want to. Hey, listen. Hey, brother. I've been to it. Listen, I've been to enough. Hey, boxing hacker.
in their cars, you know?
Listen. I've been to enough funerals this year. Okay, I don't need to see another.
Man, look,
that was at 154. Is that correct? That fight was at 154.
Yeah, that was at 54.
At 168, Terence doesn't have the power that Canelo has.
Nope.
But he has the speed.
Doesn't matter.
He may have the speed, but
time beat speed.
Look at somebody like the last fight.
Timing.
Malanga had great power that he hit. He landed some shots on Canelo, and he didn't move Canelo.
Floyd didn't have no power.
No, we're not talking about Floyd.
He's not Floyd.
He's not Floyd.
Hey,
outboxed Canelo. Period.
Yes, and so
Canelo just can't be outboxed again, I guess.
My thing is, I hear you guys, right? If your man Canelo wins, he wins. Why are we acting like we don't want to see the fight? Let's see it.
No, I don't want to see the fight.
Belinga.
I don't want to see the fight.
Belinga fight.
I don't
want to see Belinga.
No, I don't want to see the fight. I want to see.
Hey, Gregory, quarterback. I got a question for you. I asked Greg this last week. I want to know your answer. If Bud was to get into that fight with Canelo, and Bud was to win, what would be the reason for Canelo to lose? How would that have happened? Okay, then, and that's what we. That's what I think. I think that's what at least I'm, as a Crawford fan, betting on. He's going to outbox him too.
He's gonna box Canelo's eyes out, and people are gonna be here crying about it.
Canelo has been outboxed before until he lands that power on you.
That was against Amir Khan. That was against Amir Khan. And that's because Amir Khan's jaw got broke. Come on, man.
Hey, man, let's stop. Terence Crawford does not fight like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather has the defense to. Let me finish. It's a different skill. And he's not as skilled as Floyd. That's a misnomer. Floyd Mayweather had the defense to avoid Canelo's counterpunching. Terence Crawford doesn't. Crawford gets rocked a lot. Crawford gets hit a lot. And when Canelo lands on him, he going night-night.
Did you just say this man gets rocked a lot? Who is rocked? Name some people that's rocked Crawford. Please tell me.
Listen, brother. When I say rock,
getting rocked is two different things. So
listen. Okay. Terence Crawford gets hit a lot. When Canelo hits him, he's going to get rocked.
Okay, let's see it.
I'm not interested.
I'm betting on freaking Crawford.
Maybe get the belt from Law at 160 and be done.
I think
I don't want
Crawford
to
is
see
just
him
that
lose.
dude.
I want to see him. I want to see him. Listen, forget.
Fight. I would love to see
man,
that.
I don't want to see Laura. He need to go straight to Benavidez. Let's see that. Let's go straight to Benavidez. Let's see that fight. I think that's an excellent fight. Yes, I want to see someone go right into the dirt. That's exactly what I want to see. Because listen, Gregory Quarterbaugh. Honestly, I was all for Terence Crawford taking that fight, and I was going to support Bud. I got tired of his fans. I'm so sick of not you, because you are a rational fan. I'm tired of the band ups and all these other guys are coming in here with these irrational arguments, calling me a hater when I say specific stuff. And I'm like, yo, if he really wants this fight, then take this fight. Like you don't get to skip the line if you're a guy that doesn't sell. Oh, you're a Bud hater. How am I a Bud hater? I'm tired of hearing it. So now I just want to see him get put in the dirt so that they can shut up.
Time out. We have been at this way too long for you to call me a hater for one thing you have said. It is
no, you called me a hater. You called me a hater. Throughout the
years, it is the multitude of things.
You called me a hater.
Fans, no.
Really,
these new fans, these new people that come to your platform, they don't know how you really been talking about this man. I hear everything.
No.
False.
All false.
So that's why I give you, and I be weighing my thoughts. I'd be like, yes, he's a hater. Yes, he's a hater.
I just came to the chat.
Yeah, you got a little bit of haterism in
Hold on. Hey, boxing hacker. Hold Hold on, bend up. Hold on, bend up. Real quick. Boxer Hacker, what'd you say?
I just came to this page. I know you're a hater, man. I said, well, this guy told me I just don't want to see Bud get paid. I said, damn.
And he said you want to see Nello beat Bud up a couple months ago. I remember that.
You said you didn't want to see him get paid now.
Hey, listen. Here's why I say that. Here's why I've said that. Because I feel like Terence Crawford has tried to move in a way to get paid without actually being a draw. And to me, I have an issue. And people they'll go to the whole Brian Norman situation. Brian Norman's situation, number one, is you trying to take advantage of a singular situation, right? Which I understand. And it's part that, and then it's part the fact that he has a belt now, so he should get paid more. So, but they try to call that up and try to compare that to Terence Crawford, who took advantage of a situation with Errol Spence, fleeced Bob Arum. Bob Arum basically lost money on him. Just had a fight where he got paid $15 million with Turkey Al-Sheikh and only did 70,000 pay-per-view buys. He has become a master at generating no pay-per-views while still getting paid, and everybody's taking a loss while he gets paid. I have a problem with that, and that's the reason why I don't want to see him get paid.
Hey, before I go further, where'd you get those numbers from?
Greg,
which number?
The 70,000.
From somebody who is a reliable source.
That means it's speculation, right?
Nope.
The turkey tell you.
Boxer Hacker, don't start that.
I'm just saying, man. People always trying to say that it didn't sell, but nobody has the actual numbers, you know?
Hey, Greg.
Hey, listen, I just gave you a number.
Screaming that out loudly.
I just gave you a number. What you mean? I just gave you a number.
No, but you didn't tell me where you got it from. Where'd you get those?
Well, I got to tell you what. So if I tell you where I got it from, I'll never get sources. I'll never get information again. Why would I do that?
Okay, here's the problem then, right? Because now you're throwing numbers out that there's no validity to, right?
Hey, listen, I heard it was 70,000. I heard it was 70,000. That's what I heard. Okay. I'm not. So I'm telling you what I heard. You can take it or you can leave it.
And that's fair. That's fair. But at the end of the day, that also means that we can't just use that as like a source of truth to say that he's not selling. You know.
So if he did 300,000-400,000 buys, my brother, you would have heard about it. The motherfucker doesn't sell. We all know that. This ain't new news. And somebody on the if he on K-Dot. He's been called K-Dot. Come on, man.
It's sort of like how they used to say Devin Haney only sold this much. I'm like, where y'all?
They don't sell, brother. Everybody in the industry know. These people that are in the industry know that these guys don't sell. This is not new news, man. This is not new news. I'm sorry. It's not.
Where are we getting from, though? Here's the thing. Twitter, like, where are we getting these numbers from?
Listen.
Where are they going from?
Listen. Let me tell you. I'm not.
I'm not reading Kevin Ioli's thing, right? Kevin Ioli wrote something about his numbers, and then he said he got it from several sources. And I'm like, what are the several sources? Listen,
reporters, brother. Reporters are not going to tell you their sources. That's the reason why they do it in that manner. It's anonymous, man. They're not going to tell you that. Like,
that means that they're not. You can't really use them.
No, bullshit. When you're a reporter, hold on, no. You're not understanding this. I'm not a reporter, but listen to me. When you're a reporter, you have to validate it from multiple sources. That's the reason why they highlight the fact that they validated it from multiple sources, which means the number that you're getting from the reporter is the right number. Just because they don't tell you, who they got it from, doesn't mean anything.
It does mean something. Like if you write a paper and you cite your source, you say, "I got it from several sources."
That's not.
The paper's not gonna go through.
No. Bro, you are comparing, brother, listen to me. You are comparing
numbers. People are trying to use an argument about he doesn't sell.
No, he doesn't, bro. You're not going to change how the whole fucking industry work based off of what fits your narrative. No.
That's logic, man.
No, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with logic. No. When these guys tell you that they have sources, they're getting it directly from somebody that's associated with the event. That's what they're doing. But the person doesn't want to go on record. So just because they don't tell you no. Just because they don't tell you who they got it from doesn't make it any less valid.
Or invalid, right? It's both.
Excuse me?
So here's the problem, right? So check this out. What
if it would have been well known? If it sold a lot, it would have been well known.
That's not true.
Facts.
Because a lot of times there have been things released.
Oh my God.
And they can't turn around to be something different.
Oh
so here's
my
the thing,
God.
right? If you say he had made 70,000, and I said he made 500,000, and we both say we got it from our sources, who's to say who's right and who's wrong?
Dude.
If
So
it's 700,000 sold, would you be questioning them?
Huh?
No.
So brother. When Kevin Aioli is a reliable reporter that used to work for Yahoo Sports. So when he tells you that he's gotten this from a reliable source, multiple sources, he has double, triple, quadruple checked his information to report it.
It doesn't make it any more valid. If you so here's the problem.
Wow. Okay, man. I'm done with this conversation.
You have the zone. You have Turkey.
Yeah,
right?
I'm done with this conversation.
The zone's a private company. Let's keep that. Let's keep it 100, right? The zone's a private company.
Yeah.
They don't release numbers. They never.
I don't give a brother. Pause for a second. Pause for a second. You're telling me that a reporter who has built a relationship with a VP at the zone that has given him numbers, just because they didn't release it to you doesn't mean that somebody who is a reporter doesn't have it. Like, what are you talking about?
Yes, okay, I love that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because he didn't release his sources, we can't validate what he said.
I don't give. So what? So you can't validate it. I don't care. I don't care what you can validate. I don't care what you can validate. What? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So I'm a CPA in the state of Georgia. So because I tell you that there's a certain tax code that's currently so if you didn't get it validated from the IRS, that means that it's not true. I am held to an ethical standard. I have to give you let me finish. I have to give you the correct information because I am held to a standard. And if I don't hold to that standard, I don't have a career. Same with the reporter.
Reporters don't know. Reporters can be wrong, and reporters have been wrong before. That's absolutely not true.
Jesus Christ.
What are you talking about?
Jesus Christ.
It's only not true because it doesn't fit your feelings.
It's not true because it doesn't fit his narrative. That's all this is.
No, it's not about
No, it is, brother. It is.
Validate those numbers.
I don't care what you can I don't care what you can
we throwing numbers that we can't.
Oh my goodness. So the whole industry has worked in a specific way. CNN reports in this way. MSNBC reports in this way. All your local news responders report in this way. When people do not. Oh my fucking God. Hey man.
They let you know what.
You just got muted. So when people do not want you to know what their source is, they will go on the record anonymously. That's how a lot of things get revealed. Gregory Quattlebaum, am I wrong?
You're right. I don't even want to challenge the numbers. I am going to challenge something that Bob Arum always says. All of Terence Crawford's fights, Bob Arum owns. Top Right owns them. Mm-hmm. Yes, Terence got guaranteed money.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
On the road, all those little fights, if you go on pay-per-view or on demand, that Top Right owns throughout the country and outside of the country. See, he's getting paid later on the Terence Crawford fights because Top Rank owns all the rights to all those fights prior to Terence Lee. Well, now the Terence not with them because he only got guaranteed money. So yes, he didn't make money on the night that those pay-per-view fights were put out. That part is probably true. But where he's making money at is in infinity, really, because he owns the fight. So if you go on it's not HBO. Well, yeah, you go on HBO, for instance, and you want to look at past stuff, particularly fights or any other site that Bob Arum stuff, Top Rank stuff is on. I want to see a Terence Crawford fight, and you click and you can watch it. Bob Arum is getting a piece of money every time those fights are shown anywhere else. So that is where he's now getting paid off of those fights. So he's telling the truth when he says the fight didn't sell whatever it sold, but he's getting money. So that's what he doesn't tell, and that's what most people don't quite understand. Getting paid very nicely over a period of time because he doesn't have to give Terence any money now. So all that money is coming to Top Rank. So that's something to look. And he's not the only one. I'm sure the fights that PBC owns is done the same way. The DAZN fights the same. So you get money later on down the road over a period of years.
So let me add on to that, Gregory Quattlebaum, because you just hit the nail on the head, which really refutes everything that the boxing hacker is saying. Bob Arum is the direct source, and he said he's lost money on Terence Crawford on every fight, so much so that he could build a mansion. He doesn't sell. Okay. Your argument is dead.
I'm talking about
no, your argument is dead. He doesn't sell. No, he doesn't sell. He doesn't sell. No. You were just arguing. Brother. You were just arguing. You were just arguing about Terence Crawford selling and that these reports in the past have not been accurate. You didn't say a report. You talked about multiple. You talked about him selling.
You cite your sources and you're not first party.
He doesn't sell. He doesn't sell. He doesn't sell.
He can feel that.
Bob Arum said he doesn't sell. Bob Arum said he doesn't sell. Bob Arum said he doesn't sell.
Hey, question. How much did he sell against?
Bruh, this is this dumbass. This is this.
How much did he sell against Avanesian?
Let me finish. This is this dumbass fan logic where because there is no specific information that a fan can actually see or been told that it doesn't exist. It has to be wrong. It can't be validated.
Nobody said it doesn't exist. Here's the thing.
Dude.
It's like basic English class. God. If you write a paper,
I don't give a fuck about an English class. No, I don't fuck that. That don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't make any sense. No, that doesn't make any sense. Because we're not an English class. Brother, we're not an English class. No. The reason why that's a stupid analogy because we're not an English class. This is real life.
100% analogous to what we're talking about.
This is a stupid analogy. It's a stupid analogy because at the end of the day, we're not in English class. We're in real life and we're talking and they're not giving you a goddamn test paper. They're not writing a goddamn essay. They're not writing an art, a freaking, what do you want to call it? What's the word that I'm looking for, Jay? A paper where you're doing like a thesis where you're citing specific information. What they're doing is they're providing you information based off of either secondary sources, primary sources. Primary sources are individuals that are literally working in the company. So if they're telling you something that they've gotten this from several different sources and they're from a reputable outlet, that information is good. Now, is it 90? Is it 100% good? Sure, it's not. It's never going to be 100% good, right? But is it probably 95, 97% of the time is good? It's good. And so that is how the industry has worked when people do not want to give a source because they're not public entities. Therefore, they don't want to release that information. That's how it works. They'll leak it to certain people that they know, they'll get that information. So you, my brother, just because it has not been told to you, you're not going to distort what that information is. Now I'm going to unmute you.
Real quick, Greg, I'm going to use the logic real quick, all right? Okay,
let's say Greg, I got a question.
Let's say you have reporter A, right? Reporter A says he
don't care.
Sources. He's well known, well established. Reporter B,
give me a situation when that's happened. Give me a situation where it's happened.
And says he got it from several sources. They're both well
Give me a situation where it's happened.
Do you agree?
Give me a situation where it's happened.
I got one. I got one. That's why I asked you how much did he sell against Avanesian? Because I think it was reported about 150,000 sales, right? And you're
okay from who?
Hold on. Let me finish. Number one, I don't think he sold less than Avanesian. Number two, when Blue Blood was telling everybody he got 10 mil, everybody was like, oh, no, he didn't get 10 mil. When Blue Blood was saying he sold, he did good money. Oh, no, he didn't sell. We don't believe you. But Blue Blood was one of the closest people connected to BLK Prime. And he sold out the arena in Omaha. But everybody was shooting him. But we just take what people are saying. That's what I'm kind of saying.
So he didn't sell out Omaha because that arena held like 20,000 people or 17, something like that, and there was only like 14 in there. So he didn't sell out, and they said that they literally said that on the telecast. So he didn't sell out. That's incorrect. Okay. So and again, give me an instance where you've had two reputable reporters that gave you two different reports.
No, I'm saying, they do that all the time. They do that.
Name the instance.
I can't name it right now.
Okay. So it's real easy to say they always do that all the time without any goddamn real proof.
Salute podcast. Salute Nickel Smith. Salute Uncle Quarter Bomb, man. It's good to see you. You know what I mean? But your boy Band Up want to go.
If you say go,
all right, Band Up.
I see you.
Who? She's picking up which one of my daughters?
You say you're picking up your daughter? What's her name?
Yeah, send her in.
But this has been beat. The argument has been beat down too much, man.
No, but
Too much. Let it go.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let it go. Let the argument go.
For a while, you know.
It's
Like people will throw out all these weird numbers, and you'd be like, "Where you get his numbers from?" I got from this guy. Where he get from?
Yeah.
Several sources. Unknown sources. Imaginary.
No, Greg. No 2 cent left.
Okay.
Yeah. I think her.
Yeah, she left.
Okay.
I think she started live.
Hey, but listen, because I gotta go, because I'm going to go out. But I just wanted to get in and have some fun with y'all.
Good to you, Gregory.
It's always fun.
Gregory.
It's always fun to see you all. But my man, you gotta go with reliable sources and let that go, babe.
Man, I gotta know who they are, man, because those reliable sources could be space aliens.
Just let it go, man. Just like
you gotta prove it to me. You can't just tell me something I'm supposed to believe. You gotta prove it.
But just like
if you
Bob
say,
said,
"Hey, this guy doesn't sell," you gotta prove it from the beginning to the
like
end.
I told you, what Bob said, he was right on the front end, but Bob is getting money from the fights on the back end because he owns all of it. It's just like a movie. They're opening day. It don't make no money, but then it goes to rentals, then it goes to cable, then it goes overseas. Then they start getting some money then. But in the beginning, the movie flopped. The same thing could be said about how much you initially paid for a Crawford fight when Top Rank had them. It didn't make the numbers they hoped it would, so it didn't make any money. So Bob could say, I could have built a mansion in Beverly Hills. Was only about to get a mansion in Beverly Hills averages is about 7 million, 8 million.
Yeah, but Bob Aaron's first party though.
All I'm saying is he's getting some money now off of all of those fights because he owns them. But
he's still in the red.
But he's still telling the truth when he says the fight didn't make money on the night that the fight took place.
But Bob Aaron's like first party.
That part is true. He just don't.
Yeah. Bob Aaron's still in the red on that. Sorry, brother.
Yeah,
anyway,
he's first party. You can accept it. It's like Turkey. If Turkey comes out and says these are the numbers, I'll be like, yeah, he's first party. Even Eddie Hearn, we'd be like, okay, that's first party source.
Here we go. Listen. Let me tell you something, and let me just ask everybody this. And I see ASVP TV. I got you in here. And we're going to wrap up the show here real quick because we already out almost at 2 hours and 30 minutes. But when you sell Boxing Hacker, when you sell, that is great promotion. When you sell, that is great promotion. So anytime a fighter does well, the entity is going to let you know about it. They're going to release it to any reporter that they can because they want you to know how well they did, because that means that individual is a star. That is a part of marketing. So if you didn't hear about great numbers, it didn't do well, my brother. And that's also common sense.
That's not the truth for DAZN, though. DAZN's a private company.
Fuck out of here, dude. Fuck out of here. Okay. Dude, DAZN is the fucking network, bro. DAZN is the network. DAZN, brother. DAZN is the network. The networks don't release Jesus Christ. Networks don't release pay-per-view.
Tell me one time to release numbers. They're not going to release numbers. They're private.
DAZN is a network, not a promoter. A promoter is going to want his fighter to know that, or people to know that his fighter sold, because that means his fighter is a star. So the promoter also has the ability to release the numbers, dog. So yes, DAZN may be private, but they're still going to leak that information. Promoters are still going to leak that information because that makes their fighter look great. And that means that fighter is a star, and that's going to help that fighter. That is marketing, my brother. So there is no reason not to release numbers when a fighter has done well. That is just that simple.
When did they do it?
And that's why
they never release numbers once, because they don't do that.
Because they don't officially release numbers, dog. A lot of people don't officially. HBO, did HBO ever release numbers? Did Showtime ever release numbers? They're the fucking network, dog. They don't release numbers. Like, what are you talking about?
How do you? So you get it from third parties that tell you that they got an unknown source.
The promoter is a third party. The promoter is a third party.
Eddie Hearn releases numbers.
Is a promoter a third party?
Huh?
Is a promoter a third party?
No.
Okay then. So Eddie Hearn has released numbers before.
For who?
I don't remember which fight. I have to go back and look at it, but he certainly released numbers.
For me, it's easy not to remember.
Well, let me go look. Let me go look. Let me go look. Let me go look. We can go look it up right now.
In the meantime,
oh, hold on. Eddie Hearn released Eddie Hearn's released numbers just recently about the Devin and Ryan fight. He put the numbers out there. Yeah, he just put the numbers. I knew it was because I just saw him in my mind. He released the numbers. I couldn't remember exactly who. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
What were the exact numbers of Devin and Ryan?
I don't remember what he said the numbers were, but he just released. He just gave numbers.
All right, if he just did, pull it up.
You go pull it up. You go pull it up.
What are we talking? You literally just did the same thing to me, right? You were like,
why do I, dude? I asked you to give, brother. I asked you to give an instance. I asked you to give an instance, and I just gave you an instance. Again, if a fighter,
this is why Devin didn't get paid. This is why Devin didn't get paid.
hey man, bro, what are you talking about? I asked you to give an instance. Hold up. I asked you to give an instance when two different reporters had different numbers that were from valid outlets, and you couldn't give one. Hold on, and you couldn't give one. I just gave you an example, and now you want me to go and cite the actual number. I'm not asking you to go cite. I didn't ask you to go cite.
I just said Eddie just did it. I don't know what you want me to do.
I literally just I said I did not ask you to cite exactly what the two individuals said. I just said give me an example when they did that. I didn't ask you to give me the exact well, this guy said it was this amount of pay-per-views and this guy said it was that amount of pay-per-views. I just asked you to cite an example. I just cited an example for you. Now you want me to actually give you the exact number. No, I'm not going to. I just cited it just like I told you I would. It's the same shit you were just asking for. Now, back to the point that I was making. It is if you have a promoter is going to be willing to put numbers out there. Networks don't care about that. Promoters do. That's a difference.
What number did he put out? What are we talking about? And he put Google search it.
Yo,
what
this dude is this dude?
Eddie Hearn put
man,
out?
What is wrong with you, bro?
No, it's a lot. So the problem is you guys don't understand what I'm saying. It's not.
No, I don't think you understand what you're saying.
The worth of the company and them being private is not in their best interest to release numbers. So they don't release numbers. Regardless.
So you're talking about two separate things.
If that's true, then show it. Show
brother. What are you not understanding about the zone being a network and a promoter being a separate entity?
I never said that the zone was not a network. I never said Eddie Hearn was not a promoter. I'm asking, when did they release numbers? Either Eddie Hearn or the zone. When did they actually say?
I just told you.
Okay. What? Okay. When? When did Eddie Hearn say that?
This was like the last week they were talking about when all this situation was going on between he and Devin Haney. He said the numbers. He said what the numbers were. Now, if you want to go know what the numbers are, go find it.
What interview was it?
What the fuck you? Brother, go find it. Go find it. Go find it. Go find it. I am not about to go and search down information for you. Go find it. No, brother. Dude, I'm trying to be real nice here, man. Dude, I brought it up because you asked a question. You asked me the question and I answered it. Now you asking me to go. No. Be quiet. No.
With the unknown source.
No. Be quiet. Be quiet. Because you're asking me to now cite my source like I'm a student. No, I'm not about to bring you the information and hand it to you. You asked me when he did it, and I gave it to you. Now, if you want to know exactly what he said, go find it.
Why? The onus is on you. The
onus is not on me. I answered your question. I answered your question.
You just said Kevin Holtz. You just said anybody, right?
No, Jesus Christ. I answered your question. Now, if you want to know the specifics of everything he said, go find it. It's that simple. If you want to answer, brother, stop talking for a second. Stop talking for a second.
We're not the numbers. He thought Devin Haney.
Brother, stop talking for a second. He gave a number. He gave a number.
What was it?
You go find it if you want to know.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, hey, man. This is a dumbass conversation. You asked me. So if I were to go find it, then what you gonna say? Then you gonna go ask me to go do something else? You asked me, give me a situation.
Corrected.
Oh, boy.
Hey, I just got rid of him because I'm done with it. Like you asked me, he asked me what was the situation when Eddie Hearn released numbers. I gave him the situation. Now he wants me to actually provide him the link. If you want to know what the link is, go find it. Like, what are you talking about?
These guys would give me a headache. That's why I don't have a podcast. But listen, I'll leave y'all with this. Promoters, as you just said, if you're selling, they're going to shout it to the moon.
To the moon.
Even networks, if what they broadcast was favorable, they might not release numbers, but they'll say it was a great show. It's a great show. We're renewing it. That tells you all you need to know. We want you again because you're doing well. If you're not doing well, they'll say, we're not going to be doing this next year with this show. That's common sense. I think dude was just trying to drive you crazy like you went. I think that's all he was trying to do. Get you to be the Angry Man podcast.
Yeah, he was pissing. He was pissing me off there. He was pissing me off because this was stupid.
But listen, gentlemen, I'm so glad you're doing the panels, man. Y'all doing your thing. I will keep coming back as much as I can. I enjoyed myself. Get 2 Cent back on here because the three of y'all, man. Three of y'all are doing something very good. I hope it continues to grow and y'all start having guests from the world of boxing on your show. So I look forward to seeing y'all. When y'all are on Sundays and what other day?
I usually do a live sometime on Friday.
Okay. All right. Well, whenever I can, like I said, I'll come on and just enjoy myself, talk a little boxing, get some laughs like today. Don't let these boys make you bust a vein, man.
Hey, man, I'm done with this dude, man. This dude was like, if I would have gave him the actual thing, then he would have found something else in that comment that would have been, well, he only said so-and-so. He didn't say so-and-so. Man, get up out of here.
I just think he was trying to get you riled up because there's no way that you did not understand what was being said and what actually getting done. But he was just trying to get at you. Now I've seen guys do that before, purposely act like they don't understand or ask you a question after you don't answer it. And that's all it really was. He was having some fun, though. But he was letting you be what you say, Angry Man Bart.
He was pissing me off. He was pissing me off, man. He was pissing me off.
Sunday, fellas.
All right, Gregory Guadapalm, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Later.
Right, see y'all later.
All right, so we got to go ahead and wrap up this show. We appreciate everybody that contributed to the channel today.
Hold on. I don't think we missed a super chat from J Miller for 99 saying Kent was in his 24 pro fight when he was moved to show pay-per-view. Terrence's first fight on pay-per-view was Avenues on BLT Rye. And then another one is ASVPT talking about 499 Florida's been rock more.
Boy, this dude here is common sense, boy, is short on a lot of people. I'm not about to go do your research for you, homeboy. You asked me for an instance, I gave it to you. If you want to know what it is, it's an interview within the last week. Go find it yourself. I'm not your damn secretary. Who the fuck I look like? Fuck out of here. First when I said it, it was like, oh. You couldn't come up with one. And then when you gave it to me, Jay, then it became something else. Oh, well, you need to go send me the video. Fuck out of here, dumbass. Anyway, man, I'm gone. Jason gone. We appreciate everybody that contributed to the channel. Until next time, peace.
Peace.